After being contacted in the middle of the night by Officer Vandala of the Orcish police force, the party awoke to meet the remaining druids from across the desert, who had come to join forces with Draco and devise a plan to deal with the growing danger of the imbalanced energies in the region. Before any action was taken, the group discussed amongst themselves what the best path forward would be, deciding that the looming pursuit of the Orcish police, as well as the Stellar Court, must be dealt with first. The party split up to tackle their own various tasks across the continent. Malaran, Draco, Taz, and Olnan all stayed behind at the Circle of Druids, meditate in collaboration with the Druids and reflect on their own internal battles. Leon and Grodicus traveled to the factory in order to ensure that everything was still in order there, while Luna was sent on her own to the city of Taklavat in hopes of settling something with at least the Orcish police. After arriving to a seemingly advantageous spot outside the capital, Luna attempted to reach out to Mandala for a one-on-one conversation. However, the spell did not succeed, and she was surprised to find herself face-to-face with a different officer, flanked by members of the Stellar Court on either side. And so this is where we find ourselves, on the outskirts of the city of Taklavat, the northern sector near the river where it flows into the city gates.
Dude, I like this map.
Yeah, it looks nice.
So, the Orcish officer looks to you, Luna, with the vampire goons on either side of him, and he looks you up and down and says, "Alright, miss, what's it gonna be? You gonna run, you gonna fight, or we gonna talk like civilized individuals?"
Well, I guess it depends on what you want to talk about.
The way I see it, this can end a variety of different ways. One of those ways might be me and you have a quick chit-chat off the books, exchange some information, get to know each other a little bit better, and then everybody walks away happy, satisfied. Another way, I end up booking you, and you get put away for a long time while we will search out your friends and detain them as well.
You'd be searching for a while because I don't particularly have any friends, but the satisfied version seems a little bit better for me.
Well, you seem to be reciprocating of this supposed conversation, thus far. So why don't we continue? Who are you exactly?
Who am I? Does it really matter who I am? In the end?
I guess not you. You don't really matter individually. We kind of are concerned of who you might be tied to extraneously. Are you affiliated with any particular faction?
No, not particularly.
Okay, so you're a free agent, operating of your own initiative?
You could say that.
So, I guess then the question becomes, what has led you to become so interested in the dealings of the Stellar Court?
I
And
guess
as he
my
says
first
that,
question...
the goons on either side of him kind of like are starting to slowly like flank around you, like through the trees. They're kind of like moving in like a radius, 15-foot radius, trying to flank you on either side.
Do I see this? Do I see that they're moving?
Oh yeah, they're not trying to hide it
Okay.
at all. This is an
Okay.
intimidation tactic.
Luna, go for their ankles.
Just chop off the wood straight from the fucking base. I forgot what I was gonna say. Shit. Fuck.
His question was, what has made you interested in the operations of Stellar Court?
I'm gonna look at him and ask him, in what world does the city police become so romantically involved with a corrupt vampire court?
In what world do you see that it would be beneficial for everyone, for the authorities and the organized criminals to be constantly at each other's throats and destroying the city in the process? See, there's a sort of symbiotic relationship that's had here. And
you do bad, they do bad.
We're very delicately and carefully trying to preserve the integrity of this relationship, to preserve the well-being of the city. So you can see how we are curious and want to keep shutters down on any loose ends. And you are a rather large one, my friend.
I mean, I wouldn't call myself rather large, but when I arrive in the city on a train and I'm attacked by said vampires, I become a little interested.
Kind of takes a minute to consider what you said. And he says, "What did you discover aboard that train about the Stellar Court that night?"
I mean, considering they were robbing people, it's kind of hard to not discover information.
Well, see, now that's just the thing. You weren't supposed to have discovered them. How did you?
I guess that's a question for your vampire folks on why they were being so careless, robbing people on a train and attacking them.
He kind of looks to the goons, and who have kind of got you locked in this triangle now, is the two are kind of across the ways. Basically, just triangulated around your position, and you're in the center of all of it.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "If we can't get satisfying answers from you now, then we will extract them at a later point. It is entirely up to you which way this goes."
Okay, so at this point, can I just kind of send like a shockwave through the ground to hopefully knock them down as a distraction to be able to run into the forest? Actually, I don't want to run into the forest. I want to run into the city because there's somebody in the city that I can hopefully go to. Maybe. I mean, we'll see.
All right. Let's see.
Dive into the water. Can I swim?
Can I?
I can swim.
I guess we're gonna find out.
Oh, shit.
Gonna find out today.
So you want to shock the ground to try and knock all three of them off their feet?
As like a temporary distraction. I know I can't outrun vampires in particular, but you know, I'm hoping I can. I mean, we are beside the water, and I'm going to assume the way that the water is flowing is out to the shipyard, so it'll just, you know, carry me along. Hopefully. That's the plan.
Gotcha. All right, go ahead and make a magic check for me. See how effective this is.
Pass it.
That's a pass?
That's a pass.
Okay.
Wow.
Obviously not a strong hit, but
No,
a hit
not by
nonetheless.
any means.
So, you quickly, you kind of look as it, like, you kind of hold your hands up as if you're gonna, like, just kind of, like, go along with whatever's happening here. And then you just slam them down to the ground real quickly. This shockwave pulses across all three of them, and all three of them are just offset just long enough for you to do one thing. What is that one thing you want to do? in this
Run for the-
split
Run
second.
for the river and jump in.
Go ahead and make an agility check.
9. Shit. Nope.
That's a miss.
Fucking. That is a miss.
Oh, man. Alrighty.
She's not meant to run. Not.
So you send a shockwave out, and you go charging off kind of in between the two thugs towards the river, towards the city. Unfortunately, the one thug was not knocked off of his feet enough to be completely thrown off your tail, as he gets up quickly and faster than you've ever seen anybody run. He is on you like a flash and tackles you to the ground. What do you want to do?
I have my knife on me. Can I try to stab him?
Go ahead and make a might check.
God, that's worse than the agility. Oh, no, sir.
That's a bad miss.
Yeah,
Ooh,
considering
shit.
my might is a 5.
Oh no!
That's
Might
like
is a
triple bad.
5. Holy shit.
Yeah, so that doesn't work. You bring the knife out and you go to slash, and he just knocks the knife out of your hand and sends it clattering away into the forest. I'm gonna need you to make a body saving throw for me.
Jesus Christ!
Damn,
No.
you're gonna be dead before we even start.
Yeah. So that's a miss.
Yeah. My body is a 7.
Once
Okay.
again, time to start the funeral march for Luna. Fuck.
Imagine it more like that coffin dance.
Jesus.
Luna, you feel a sudden sharp pang in your side as you're wrestling with this guy, and after like a half a second, you suddenly feel that whole side of your body go numb, and then the left side of your body falls slack as well, and you collapse to the ground, and then all that's left is your eyes as your vision begins to blur. And
I'm fucking roofied.
Ah,
You
man,
see
they
the feet of the orcish police
use your
officer
Well,
arrive in front of you and say, "Shouldn't have done it less," and the world goes dark.
Grand.
man, without knowing, it really does sound like we're about to go do a hostage rescue.
I mean, listen. Just send me in, Chief. Just throw me in like a fucking,
Oh, that's
like
my
a damn
plan.
cannonball.
He's ready. His body is ready.
No, don't worry, his body about to get bigger. Hey, look, it's home.
Back at the factory,
Back at the factory.
Hey,
Leon and Graticus.
where Luna should have been.
Shut the fuck up.
So you guys are basically been taking some time to kind of get things in order, checking up on the status of, you know, all the cleanup efforts that are going on. Since the last time you had visited, the goblins don't have a ton to report, but Graticus, you kind of take the charge, and
Yeah.
you kind of like are orchestrating and kind of like reorganizing some of the efforts. You see that Torgrin kind of did his best, but you know, you find areas where things could be optimized. You're like, no, it makes more sense to do this before we do that, sort of stuff.
Yeah, I know when we last left off, we had made some progress towards cleaning and repairing the factory and the equipment.
That is correct. Actually, at this point, I would allow you to make another check to help push that even further at this point.
Yes, I will do that. So I believe you have me doing it on cleverness.
Yes.
And...
Oh boy.
hold on, wait a minute. Just give me...
Hold up, wait a minute.
Would my momentum have reset?
No, we have not had a rest since last session.
Damn it. Oh, God. Hold on.
I thought you had
Hang
something
on.
that you could re-roll cleverness with.
Well, that all changed with the update to the game rules.
Well,
DM giveth,
Outside
DM
of
taketh
combat,
away.
Yeah,
Oh, wait a minute. Question.
I thought you might have had something.
Kinda.
Mhm.
I have the Tinkerer ability.
Okay.
So it says you may spend some time during a full rest to craft helpful tools, or you may choose any one starting asset and make a simple challenge track to build it. Once we're full rest, you may attempt a cleverness check to make progress on its construction. Never mind. That doesn't give me any kind of reroll. Shit.
Hmm.
I'm looking. Hold on. I know the scrap shot I can reroll with the cleverness check.
Yeah, it's a combat thing.
Yeah.
I don't think you're
Ooh.
trying to shoot your goblins.
I mean,
shoot him.
it makes them work harder.
Jesus, you tyrant!
Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Uncanny Genius. Would I be able to use my ability to recognize patterns and connect concepts to gain the -1 bonus to cleverness checks for cracking a cipher or building a construct? Since technically, we're rebuilding the factory.
That's a -1. I
Yeah.
don't think your cleverness is an 18 though.
No, but it's pretty damn close.
Enough
I
for
might be able to
momentum
drop-
carry you the rest of the way.
Yeah. Technically.
I would allow it if you're willing to do that.
I will burn the 2 momentum I do have. Yes.
The god allows it.
Oh god. That could have been a really bad start to a really rough session already. Okay, so that puts me exactly at 16.
Okay. So, kind of starting with the reorganization, reprioritization, a scuffle breaks out on the first floor as this strange sort of like desert beetle just breaks into the factory and starts wreaking havoc. But luckily, you, along with Leon and Dalen, and the rest of the goblins are able to put it down before it causes too much damage. But you do see that this perpetual attraction of these monstrosities to this location is still ever present. And a problem. But it is resolved. No one was hurt too severely. One goblin got his arm pinched, so he's kind of like limping around with his arm hanging by his side for the rest of the day. But you are able to make progress on that track towards getting things in working condition once again.
All right, just 1 progress.
Yeah.
Alrighty, cool.
I think that was a simple
Yeah,
challenge.
it's
isn't it?
simple.
So that's
yeah.
3 boxes.
Hell yeah! Even
As,
better than I'm going.
After this is all resolved, Torgrin actually does come up to you and says, I know that we have had our differences in the past, but after having been through what I've been through with all of these fine people here, it's clear to me that my aspirations were bigger than my ability to handle them. It is a good thing that you came back. You can kind of tell that he's like begrudgingly saying this. It's just kind of like the guy is kind of like came to his senses a little bit. He's just like, yeah, I didn't fucking know what I was doing, man.
I look at him and say, I know that was hard for you to admit, but I am glad to be back, and I'm glad that you've tried to hold on to as much of it as you could and have helped since I've returned.
We didn't have much of a choice. What we had was much better than being in one of the tribes. And then
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I did what I could, but it is good to have you here.
Well, it was good to be here.
As this finishes up, one of the goblins from the first floor rushes up to the 2 of you and says, We found something. It looks important. We found something down on the vault floor.
Take me to it. Can I motion to Leon to like follow with me?
Yeah. You,
Yeah.
Leon, Dalen, and Torgrin all kind of follow this goblin, and as you guys are going down, more goblins like kind of like fall into line behind you, like starting a little parade down to the vault level of goblins, like just parading down through the factory. And he leads you to this one sector where it had seemed basically like the boiler room of the factory. Kind of just a lot of machinery and pipes and, just seemed like storage for fluids and other machinery. But at the core of it, after kind of twisting and weaving through this narrow corridor, there's this chamber with a large central column. Set into the column is this sort of almost like a door looking thing. He says, "It looks important. We don't know what exactly it is, but we remember the master of the factory. He knows that this area is important."
All right then. Let's see what it is.
As you investigate, you see that it's this very strange contraption.
What the hell is this?
So this is
What the hell?
This is what is set into the face of the column in the center of the chamber. This strange
I don't
door
know.
with a sliding lock down through the center, a very weird emblem across it, and what seems to be some like hoses for some sort of machinery, fluid cabling. And you see where these letters are is a floating arcane lock. This is a cipher of some kind, and you need to figure out the correct combination of letters in order to unlock it.
Oh, here we go. The thing I
Oh,
can
God.
actually do. All right. Okay. I have the puzzle solver ability, which I can make a mind saving throw to undo or discern the function of a mechanical or arcane gadget, such as a lock, trap, or other device on a hit. A successfully disabled device or learn of how it works, take an extra momentum. There is a no effect if I miss.
Mhm.
And then, because I have both parts of it, I can subtract 1d4 from my saving throws from utilizing this ability.
Very nice.
And because I have the Uncanny Genius path, I get a -1 bonus to my cleverness checks for cracking a cipher or building a construct. And I believe you did label this as a type of cipher.
Yes, that is correct.
So I will have a...
Alright.
Just don't roll another 19.
Yeah, no. Well, I have a 2d10 minus a fixed 1 and then minus a 1d4.
That'll help.
Let me do 2...
Come on, Graticus, you got it.
10 minus 1. That's 17, and then I have a minus d4.
Oh boy, you got matching dice though.
Minus a d4.
See if you can turn it into a
So then-
success.
That's a success. My cleverness is a 16.
By
Holy
a hair.
Shit.
Yes.
Holy shit.
So,
Hey, look, a pass is a pass.
a pass is a pass. This is unlike any other device that you've ever seen, though it does remind you of Xehanort Rakash's style of security. And looking at this cipher, this floating, basically runes that are across the front of this seemingly door, you recognize that This is one of those letter puzzles that were a favorite of Zalador Prakash. And you know the trick to these is that he typically like to set the clue so that either the correct letter was one letter above or one letter below what was shown.
What the fuck? Attack CJK. Well, that blew my idea of what I thought it was going to be.
So this is each letter you can have, the correct letter is either one above or one below. And if you're for the letter A, you can go up to Z or down to B.
But not before
Fun.
E.
Get the J to figure it out.
yeah,
This character was kicking ass on those puzzles last session.
actually, can I roll to see if I can help?
Go ahead and make an intellect check for me, Leon.
Sure.
Boy,
I swear to God, if you pass this.
I'll be so damn happy.
Gets 2 1s.
What the fuck?
That is a hella pass.
Wow.
Suck it.
Oh
I look
my
at
God!
I look at you, Leon, and I say, you know what? There's hope for you yet.
I know what it is.
So, Leon, you're looking at the last symbol, and part of the clue that you unlock is the fact that the JK is a combined sigil. So, whatever the correct letter is at the end, it's either an I or an L.
What the fuck?
He got one letter. Keep it going.
Also, since that was such a strong hit, you realize that rearranging these letters, you're likely not to get necessarily a word, but maybe a name.
See, that's what I was starting to think, but
Yeah.
I don't know what name it's gonna be because it can't be Zalandor.
Nope, that has too many letters.
Yeah.
Wait, remind me again, how many letters is this supposed to be?
6 total.
It's 6 letters.
6. Oof.
So it's either the first letter
I don't
is
wanna-
either A, B, or Z.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't want to ruin my luck by trying to roll again.
Can I use my puzzle solver's first ability to make a mind saving throw to see if I can't
Recall something about.
recall something that might give me a hint?
Go ahead, give it a shot.
Alright,
I believe.
Oh, and because it's part of the puzzle solver ability, I still get a -1 D4 for this ability.
Ah, okay.
Oh god, 34. Oh, actually, I pass anyway, but let's see if I can't make it a stronger hit. So that's an 8. My mind saving throw is a 13, so that's not a strong hit or anything. I think that's what a weak hit. If it's an 8 out of 13.
8 out of 13. Yeah, that's a weak hit.
Okay. Oh,
So,
well, pass.
you run through the possibilities in your head real quick, and they don't really seem to make sense to you. But looking at the sigils that are present and the symbol in the middle, you recognize the symbol in the middle of the door as a kind of clue that one of these letters remains the letter A. So one of the A's stays, and all the other letters must change.
Alright, so either the first A or the third A. So either the first or third letter stays. Hmm. Oh. Here.
If you can start throwing some letters out, and I'll update the screen to kind of show.
Is the first letter Z?
Yeah, in fact, I'd like you to make a cleverness check
Oh,
on that. as you do.
Oh boy. Alright. Whee! Pass.
Nice.
So as you switch the sigil, kind of drag your finger across, and you visibly see as it kind of like a slot machine almost, the way that the letters rotate. And
Oh.
as you click the first letter into place, you can both kind of visibly see and sense a connection is made in that section that wasn't there before. You can
That
kind
one's
of
locked.
almost like an arcane tumbler falling into place.
Okay, so then the second letter is T. So it's either S, T, or U. Ooh. Is the second letter... Is it U?
You set the U.
Is it U? I'm just taking a wild guess here.
Go ahead and make another cleverness check for me.
Alright. Pass.
You get a sense
What the hell?
as
Sorry.
it clicks into place.
Alright,
You know
well the
that
third
first
letter...
three are confirmed.
Yeah, because the third letter has to be A. Alright, so K is either J, K, or L.
You know that the other three letters actually have to be changed, so there's two
Yeah.
options for...
Okay, so that's either J or L. I'm gonna try L.
Okay. So you go with
Cleverness
L.
check. Yeah.
If you want to, you can. Or you can run through the rest of them and see.
Oh no. All the other ones you've given me cleverness checks right off the bat.
It's getting harder and harder to really...
Do I see if there's like a trap triggered on this thing? Like if I get the wrong answer, it's gonna blow up in my face?
Go ahead and make an intellect check for this one. Is that a pass?
1 second, I am trying to see if there's anything I can do.
Yeah, why don't you do something for once?
Yeah, you know. I would assume. Okay, so I'm assuming because it's still pertaining to the same thing, I can get the -1d, the 1d4 minus from the saving throw.
Oh, sure. Why not? Wait, no, that's not. This isn't a saving throw.
Oh, damn it! All right, then that is not a pass. I am off by 2.
Okay. Yeah, so you're not sure exactly what will happen if you fail the login attempt, but you know, typically these kind of things will either spring a trap, but you feel like that's not really Zelandor's style. So maybe it would like lock you out for a certain amount of time before you could try again or something.
Yeah. Shit. Okay. Well, the fact that you didn't have me immediately lock it in when I did it makes me think it's not L. So I would assume it's probably J. So let me change the 4th letter to J.
Okay,
And I'm assuming I need to make a cleverness check for that.
go ahead. I'm gonna say this is with a +1. Oop.
Well, hold on. Shit, damn it. So you're giving me a +1. I have a -1 just because of my uncanny genius.
Mm-hmm.
That negates that out. And then
My uncanny genius.
oh,
Feel free to pitch in any time you want to, Leon, if you.
yeah, man. What happened to you being such a damn genius over here? Oh,
That
you know,
that is like a blue moon. It's once in a lifetime.
Well, okay. Shit. Oh.
I mean, I could try to roll another intellect check just to give you another hint.
Go for it.
I mean, it's not gonna hurt at this point, right?
I roll an intellect check and break it.
Opposites.
Wow, that
No,
is
unfortunately, yeah, it is the opposite. Unfortunately, that does not pass.
okay.
Just off by 2.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Can I put on my lay vision goggles and see if I can kind of get maybe if I can see where the magic is flowing into this thing at? Because I'm assuming it's some kind of a magical lock.
Okay. Go ahead and make an awareness check as you don the goggles.
The goggles?
Goggles.
Well, I do love me some goggles.
Some goggles. Kind of stick. Oh, pass. Fuck yeah.
Nice. What's with all the ones?
Man, look,
I
I'll
know.
take all the ones it wants to give.
So as you look around, you can see, you can actually kind of get a sense of the mechanics behind the arcane lock itself. You can tell that the one that you had switched from L to J is not connected.
Oh, shit, yeah. Okay. Then I want to switch it back to L. Alright.
So you have 2 letters left.
Can I tell with... I guess not. Let me do the next one as D.
Okay.
Can I tell with the goggles if that one's connected or not?
Make another awareness check.
Pass.
Damn.
Same number.
Nice. Man,
As
Gladicus is
you-
killing it.
Switched from the C to the D. You notice the light of the sigil grow dimmer. It's not matching
Okay.
the rest of them.
Okay, so then put it at B. Alright, so I got 1 letter left. And you said it can either be I or
L.
L?
Mhm.
Jesus. Oh. Let's try it I, and then we'll look at the goggles.
Oops.
What the hell is that? Alright, let me look.
So this is gonna be +1.
It's right above.
You can do it.
It's right above it. Shit. Oh. Yeah, Lord. Yeah, that's right above my actual awareness.
Fuck.
Alright, shoot. What
So
the hell?
as-
Oh no.
As you're kind of looking, you kind of are just like, you see this name set on the surface of the lock, and you're like, just waiting, just trying to figure out, is this the right way? And Torgrin pipes in. He says, "No, that actually, it looks familiar for some reason. I don't know why, but I feel like I've heard that one before."
Swalby? I know.
Roll an intellect
Alright.
check for me.
Alright.
Last chance.
Oh!
Damn.
Oof.
That's
Why does
rough.
it hate me?
That is rough.
Yeah,
That's
that's a
rough, buddy.
fail, my guy.
Hmm.
Oh.
No more information to be gleaned from this one.
We're
Alright,
wasting time on this, and poor Luna is just dying.
we don't know
Yes.
that. For all we know, the answer to all of our problems is behind this thing.
Probably.
Well, you know what? If Torgrin thinks he recognizes it, then I'm gonna lock it in and see what happens. Worst comes to worst, we either get locked out or we die, you know?
Yeah, that's fine.
50-50, you know? So yeah, I'm gonna lock it in. Let's do it.
Okay. So you lock in the name Zuwalbi. As
The
you do
fuck
so,
name is that?
the sigils disappear, and nothing seems to happen for a second. Even Dalen is just kind of like, well, now what? But as you're about to turn away, the hoses attached to the front of the door disconnect, and the strange steam starts to billow out. And then this long metal shaft, basically just piercing through the center of the door, begins to slide up behind the center sigil and into the ceiling above you. A second later, the door pops out towards you like a drawer, steam billowing out from the entire perimeter. And then the center piece juts out like a handle waiting to be pulled.
Alright, let's open it.
You grab a hold of the handle and you begin to pull, and it's the amount of force behind it is surprising. It's almost as if it's designed to only come out at one particular speed. You can't really pull it out any slower or faster. And as it gradually emerges, the whole chamber begins to fill with this arcane blue light.
Oh,
When
shit.
the full drawer is pulled open, you see this massive assemblage of blue wires race-tracking around in this kind of labyrinth nest of arcanomatic electricity. And at the very heart of it all is what appears to be a supercharged ley crystal shard. The whole device hums with power.
Ew.
Torgrin's like, you look over at his eyes and they're just completely reflecting blue. He's just like, oh my gods. This seems to be the central power source for the entire factory.
Ooh. Now this is interesting. Well, shit. What do we do?
What do you want to do?
God. I would assume
Break
we
it.
kind of need to leave it. Fuck you. Mm,
Take it.
Hell no. We need it if the factory's gonna run.
Come on in, Roth. Lick the battery.
Lick the battery.
Oh god.
I'll do
Can
it.
can I go in and get a closer look? Like inspect it?
Mm-hmm.
I should be fine. I'm an ASMR. I can take it.
You now all of a sudden become a god of
Infinity
thunder.
Stones.
You become a god of fucking arcana lightning.
Right. He is a living lightning bolt.
I would be so down for that.
I know you would. Yeah, I guess I'm
Yeah.
gonna go in and take a closer look.
Basically, the way that this shard is held is seems to be suspended between these two, like, kind of bowl-shaped plates, and
Almost like conduits.
right, just this perpetual, like, sparking energy is just going from the crystal into the plates and then dispersed throughout this mess of wires that just race tracks around and back up into the column throughout the factory. And as you get close, your fingers actually brush up against something that you couldn't see, and you watch as this sudden, like, magical mesh appears in the air between you and the assembly. And a voice plays out from the device. It says, "Warning. Failure of energy barrier may result in arcanoactive exposure, which is extremely hazardous to biological and arcanomatic organisms. Please ensure ley source is properly contained before deactivation."
Interesting. Well, we don't want to deactivate it, so... Alright then. I think we now know why everything is drawn to this factory.
There is an extremely powerful source. Basically, the factory is running on a fantasy fusion core.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, sounds fancy.
Yeah, that's understatement of the year right now.
This is very eye-opening for you, Graticus, as you can see that Zalandor was definitely well on his way to being able to manipulate and control the power from these ley shards.
Yeah, no kidding.
And then as you turn around, I'm guessing you're just gonna kind of close it up for now. Secure it once
Yeah,
again.
I mean, I don't know what else we could possibly do with it at this moment. At least not right now.
The whole thing begins to seal up again. The rod slides back down through the center. The knob retracts back into the front, and you go ahead and reattach the cables to the front of the door. Torgrim kind of turns to you and says, "I remember what it is now. Zuwalbi. It was that's the name of Zalandor's daughter."
I look at Torgrim and say, "What?"
I just was racking my mind. I couldn't remember exactly what it was, but yeah, I don't know much about his daughter, or where she is, or even if she's still alive. But that's what it is. At least now you know.
Well, I mean, I guess by all rights, the factory's hers, so we need to find her. She might be the key to unlocking more of this.
It certainly would be interesting to see what the descendant of the great Prakash has to say about these.
Yeah, no kidding. All right,
And
well,
go ahead, Graticus, and mark 2 more progress on your legendary vow challenge.
woohoo!
Nice.
Oh yeah. I can figure out what page they're on. There we go.
Mhm.
Wait, which legendary vow?
You have the one about the. Did I give you one about?
Is it the personal or the home base one?
This will probably be towards the personal one.
The Iron Gobbo?
Yeah, because this is a critical component to figuring out just how the factory works in general. So.
Yeah, so it would go to the Iron Gobbo one.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So close.
So far.
Yep. We shall be there eventually.
Will we really though?
Yeah,
I have my
we'll
doubts.
see. Who knows?
Hey,
Yeah.
look, we're gonna get there soon enough.
In the meantime, this one.
Back at the ranch.
Back at the ranch. Taz, Rico, Ulnan, and Alarin are all
Yes.
still chilling over at the Druid Circle. You guys have been spending some time with these druids and kind of becoming more attuned with what's actually going on here and what they've already been able to discover about how to handle this scourge that the factory is kind of unleashing upon the desert at large. Some of you have had some personal revelations. Is there anything in particular else that you try to discuss with the druids in the time being?
I want to know, being we're druid folk, if we know where there's any druids of other realms, other biomes, and where and how to possibly find them.
Yeah, so you kind of have some conversations with some of the druids, and the essence of what you glean is that, for the most part, the jungles and much of the northern aspects of the continent are kind of mainly handled by Vaughn, as he is just that adept and has been doing this for so long that he really is kind of like the sole caretaker. As the jungles of Fifth Mughal really have been untamed since almost the dawn of time, essentially, so there really hasn't been a need until recently for a greater druidic presence in those areas. But looking at the world map, whoa, here we go. They do let you know that on all of the various continents, each kind of region has their own either caretaker, singular, or circle of druids, such as what is present here in the desert. All of, taking care of their own areas, and they do let you know that there is a force of elven druids down on the continent of Allocke that basically are trying to hedge and hold back a similar sort of scourge, but one that has been known about for a long time and is way bigger than what is currently going on in the desert around the city of Lai Shadar.
Okay.
Which has been long under a complete, the whole region, like this little island peninsula area, has been under the shadow of these discordant and uncontrollable energies set about by manipulation of ley magic.
Do we know about how deep into ley magic they've gotten there? Do we know their understanding of ley magic, or how much further progressed they are than the continent of?
The story of Lai Shadar is there was once a great elven city, Lai Shadar, that the council attempted to kind of channel their own, along with a majority of the city's higher powered mages, to accomplish some sort of great ley powered ritual that ended up backfiring on them and flat out killed half of the living beings in the region, and the other half were turned into these unlife beings known as the Shadar Kai, which your friend Kaizun is one of. And the entire region has been under this gloom and basically in a fallout state ever since.
They don't know the Minlock. They don't know how their scourge started or why it's so much more fast than the current one we have.
From their understanding, it's simply a result of, the size of the undertaking that those mages had tried way back when that went awry. This one is what's happening in the desert is on a much smaller and gradual scale. The elves of Lai Shadar tried one massive, sudden ritual to achieve something, though what that goal even was is lost to time. They're afraid that if they let what's going on in the desert persist, they're going to have massive problems on both sides of this strait, essentially, which could have severe impact on the entire planet.
Is it the right time of day to go meditate in the circle?
What are you trying to achieve with this, if I may ask?
I want to see if I can broaden my view past our continent into Minlock to see if I can get any kind of insight on what's going on there to maybe help us fight what's going on here.
Okay. So you can definitely wait for the time of day when the energy kind of coalesces through the gate that is, as the druids inform you, associated with the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
And in doing so, you may be able to extend your consciousness across the ocean and into the neighboring continent. Go ahead and make a willpower check for me.
Oh, that passes. Crit pass.
Ooh.
Very nice.
That's actually a strong hit. Crit.
Strong crit.
Nice.
So you gain momentum for that.
Sweet.
You pass through the gate, and the energy washes over you, and it's almost as if you suddenly had sea legs as opposed to land legs. You kind of like wobble to the center of the ring of gates. But you do get there, and as you sit to focus, you extend yourself to interconnect with the natural energy around you, and you broaden your conscious to this broader than just the region around you, but across the strait and into a whole nother land. As you kind of, I guess, fly in a strange sort of way mentally across and see this large, as opposed to just kind of like a black sort of, a dot basically of inaccessibility, what's happening in Lai Shadar is a massive storm of darkness. You can see things moving in and out of that area, and you can feel the pain and the anguish and the death that reeks throughout that region. And all around the outside, you can sense the presence of druids who are holding on for dear life just to hold the edges of the storm at bay so that they can't spill over into the neighboring biomes. You sense merfolk who are on the outskirts in the water regions doing the same thing. Each of them tending to these massive druidic sources of power to kind of create this sort of barrier hemming this quarantine zone in, essentially. You don't necessarily learn of, what could be you learn of the power that could be used to contain it, but really, Lai Shadar stands as a warning of what could be if this were, if the same sort of behavior were to perpetuate. It's just too
Do
big
I
and
see
too...
any potential epicenter, or is it just vast, widespread, and it's just there's no potential for viewing?
It behaves the same way as the factory currently does. You can't.
It's just
your consciousness
solid
washes
black.
up against it, and you get pushed back.
Okay.
I will say that you are able to mark progress on your world speaker because of the insight reaching across the ocean and into other biomes.
What now? Passing skills? Is that it?
Yeah.
Story.
Story, that's right.
There we go.
I'm marking 1 progress.
Correct.
Okay. Yay, 4 more. 4 more. 12. 6, 9, 12, 18.
To start.
No, 16.
Just be lucky you have something there.
15. I'm horrible at math.
How
Anyway.
do maths?
Math. Yeah, math no do good. I guess while I'm absorbing this last little bit of daylight, I want to see if I can zoom in on our current scourge and see if it's currently progressing. If I've noticed any change in the
Okay.
intensity of our scourge.
Go ahead and make one more willpower check for me.
Yeah!
How?
Oh my
What?
god, I can hear him in the
Oh
basement.
my god!
There we go.
Wow.
There we go.
Insanity.
Where the fuck were those rolls earlier when I needed them?
Right?
What the
Word.
fuck are you getting?
Getting like
I got
18s and
drugged
19s.
because my rolls sucked.
I got you.
We can't help you, unfortunately.
Oh shit.
You're a lost cause.
Fucking D&D gods are like, nah, bitch.
Pretty much.
Not today.
We're all over here. We're over here like, if
No
she
love
dies,
for you. Yeah, if she
Okay.
dies,
she dies.
That's another momentum for you, Draco.
Leon is secretly Ivan Drago.
Also, you take a look over at the factory area, expanding your consciousness in that direction, and there's not a very significant change, but you can tell that there was a very slight expansion of the affected area. It just seems to be constantly creeping at a very slow rate outwards and outwards. And in fact, at this time, as you look, as opposed to just being darkness with no shape or form, you watch as all of a sudden it kind of pulses inside, and almost like a ripple effect, it kind of like surges in the middle, and then a wave of darkness rushes out towards the edges and pushes it just a little bit even further. But then it's still again.
So it got like a sudden burst of energy,
Yes.
and I would be able to discern that.
Yeah, you detect that.
Okay.
But it only happens that once, and then immediately afterwards, it's just the same as it always has been.
I guess, Can I... Can I reach out to Vaughn?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to reach out using this amplified area here to see if maybe I can send some kind of earthen message to Vaughn,
Okay.
basically letting him know that something's happening and it's getting worse, and we need Vaughn's help.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask you for another willpower check, but if you get another 6 with a crit, you're banned from the game.
That passes.
Jesus.
Hey.
Okay. So with a pass, you're able to find Vaughn. He's actually way up in the northern reaches of Fifth Mughal, near that city. And you detect that small little inkling of the beginning of the same sort of thing that's happening at the factory. But outside of that, few 10, 15 miles away, you detect Vaughn's presence, and you kind of zoom in on it, and you're able to establish a quick connection, just kind of less of an exchanging of words, but again that sort of interaction of feeling of urgency and emotion. And basically what you gather from him is that he recognizes your presence, and is eager to reunite with you as well.
Awesome.
Then suddenly, the flow of energy kind of changes, and you feel yourself kind of being directed, and you are kind of zeroed in north of the city of Taklavat, kind of back into your old stomping grounds, per se, when you were younger, of just beginning your foray into Druid world with Vaughn as your mentor. And you kind of know that he wants to meet you there soon.
Okay. And I don't see anything. Would I be able to discern where? Fuck. It's Sorry. Names. Highlight needed. Fuck.
What's going on over there? All I hear is, fuck,
Is that
I promise, guys, I'm upstairs.
I was gonna
This is
say
what's going on.
This is a family D&D session. Thank you.
PG.
Would I be able to
D&D
would I be able to sense Scar's whereabouts as well?
At this moment, you recognize that Scar is actually with Vaughn currently.
Scar is with him. Okay.
Yep.
Alrighty. Do I can't remember when we established the plans. Was Sweet character, were they still here in the desert, or were they back at the factory when they established their plans that she would go to the city alone?
You want the honest to God question to that?
You answer?
I want the honest answer. Where were you guys
Yeah, wait, what?
when you made the decision that you were going to the city by yourself?
When we jumped back to the factory.
So you were at the factory.
Yeah.
So you guys do
Okay.
not know that Luna is currently at the lot.
So
Yeah,
I
just
assume Luna is at the
along.
factory.
Yep.
Nonetheless.
That's fine and dandy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she's just fucked over
Alright,
there.
With that knowledge and that remembrance of knowledge, I am going to go ahead and wobble my way out of the circle, or walk, I guess, if the essence is worn off at this point.
You kind of gotten used to it at this point, yes.
Man,
Now
this
meet
fuck,
up with my
I feel fine.
my
I'm over
teammates
talking
here.
about-
I'm fine. I'm fine. It's okay, guys. It's okay. I don't know what you were so worried
been a
about.
long time since we hit the druidic peace pipe.
Right. I say it's not too far off.
So yeah, I will try to find my. I had what? Three stayed behind. It was me, Toss, and
Utah.
Everybody but
Valoran, and Olin.
everybody but me, Leon, and Luna.
Okay, well, I will go rejoin with them and inform them of my findings and the fact that the factory had this pulse that seemed to spread the scourge, or there was a pulse from that area that seemed to spread the scourge further, and that Vaughn would like to meet me, and I feel of the essence to try to figure that out, how to get there. So, knowing that it's going to be a trek, I say we stay for the night, give the factory a chance to get the portal going to get back to us, and then if nothing happens, I'm probably going to try to see if I can get them to go with me, and I will give the druids that have come to help directions to the factory.
Okay. the druids do know how to get to the factory. They had already been there once.
Okay.
But you kind of are able to get some information from them of actually they give you some better directions on how to get to the factory on your own if you're going to trek out. And in fact, Taz, they had been, in this meantime, they had been teaching you a little bit since you are a druid. And I'm assuming that you would have had some curiosity into developing more of a broad diversity of elemental power. Kind of in the same vein that Draco has been. In that process, I'm gonna have you make a soul saving throw for me.
Oh shit.
Oh boy, this is not good.
You can do it. I believe.
Not even
maybe
close.
not. Maybe not.
Your soul is weak.
So, Taz, you're kind of like, as Draco's kind of coming over and discussing with some of the nearby druids, you're channeling the sand around you, kind of doing this sort of like sand dance where the desert is actually beginning to kind of flow and bob and weave alongside you as he's kind of like, sand bending almost with these druids. And as you're going about it, it's unusual because it's kind of the same thing as what you're used to channeling your crystal, but it's like you're having to reach way far out in order to be able to like touch the sand and get it to call and beckon to your will. But as you do so, the ice begins to materialize inside the sand and intertwine with it, creating this strange sort of like icy spiral through the motes of sand, and actually some of the energy escapes through that and just goes down and into this oasis that's kind of on the edge of the veil. And as this happens, the energy begins to swarm and swirl, and above this pool, as water begins to kind of get sucked up into this vortex, and all of a sudden this great icy form begins to materialize with 4 legs and a snout with pointed ears, and in the snout a large row of sharp, jagged, icy teeth.
Yes.
This Ison wolf kind of materializes walking on the surface of the water.
Hell yeah.
Fuck
I'm
is this?
so
Did you make
down
a-
with that.
You made an animal companion?
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. About goddamn time.
You're kind of looking at this beast as it kind of looks to and fro, and the druids around you are just like, well, that was a bit unexpected. The beast kind of looks to you, Taz, and it's almost as if there's a glimmer of recognition in its eye. And you're just like, oh, that's cool. And then all of a sudden it kind of crouches low and starts to bare its fangs. And it lunges for you. I need everybody here, Mallory, Taz, and Draco, to roll initiative.
Oh shit, sorry. Wrong one.
You know, for once, I'm really glad that we're not all together.
Oh man, you guys get all the fun.
Alright, that one's better.
9, 10, 18. Okay. So, I'm going to run this one a little bit differently. Where you guys will all kind of have a combined turn against this thing if you want. And Mallorin, you react first, so you can kind of declare how you want to approach this, but then Draco and Taz, you can both kind of lead in if you want, or take your own individual turns. Onan's here, but technically not here. Mallorin, you're up first. This great icy being is pouncing towards Taz and is currently launched itself in midair. So what are you going to do?
Some sort of barrier up in between cars.
Gotcha, okay. You could definitely give that a shot. So that would be a faith check. Trying to call upon the divine power of Zeleneth.
That's a success.
Very good, very good. So this
Neat.
thing with its claws extended, racing through the air towards Taz. All of a sudden, this kind of blue-red wavy force field appears across in between Taz and the thing as it collides with it and gets shunted down to the ground, but it quickly gets back up on its feet. That is one success against it. Draco, you're up next.
It's hovering above a big pool of water.
Yeah, it's weird the way it's approaching. It's not actually like necessarily making contact with the ground or the water. It's kind of just, it's like feet are kind of shrouded in mist, and it's kind of like floating across the surface of whatever it's standing above.
I think I am going to attempt to make I'm assuming this water is warm. It is a desert. The water shouldn't be cold. Is this thing obviously ice, or is it creature?
It seems to be an elemental of some kind that had, maybe the energies were kind of lurking within the pool and just needed something to enrapture them into a sentient, quote unquote sentient force, we'll say.
There fire, like campfires or torches anywhere near me?
You can see as some of the druids nearby are beginning to kind of summon some of their own powers to assist in the battle. One of them is able to summon flames in between their hands.
Can I take that flame and redirect it and drive that flame directly into the heart of this thing?
You can certainly try. Go ahead and make a willpower check. I'm going to say with a +4 difficulty.
Jesus.
That's a pass, I bet.
Yeah. I mean, I just can't believe I passed it on a +4, but yeah, that's a pass.
Nice.
It's just a pass, but it's a pass.
Easier to happen.
I mean,
Were there any other abilities you were going to be using with this attack? Or is it just a straight up?
Man, just out here, fireball.
I think that's all I have, isn't it?
Which is fine if that's the case.
Yeah, I think that's kind of all I can do
Okay.
with that.
Just making sure. But this druid does kind of pass. He kind of sees what you're trying to do as you look over at him, and he sends his flame into your hands, and you channel it, condense it, and fire it straight at this being's heart. And the flame does seem to have a serious impact against it, as it does 2 progress of damage against it.
right. Very nice.
Taz, you watch
All
as this
right.
thing suddenly turns to you and bares its fangs again.
All
It
right.
doesn't seem to
I'm-
growl. It just kind of like you just feel this cold wash over you.
All right. I'm going to really quickly. I'm going to like make an ice stool, like a stool made out of ice, and then I'm gonna make an ice whip, and I'm gonna hold the stool up, and then I'm gonna crack the whip and be like, "Back,
Get
beast!"
Get the fuck out.
All right, go ahead and make a willpower check.
Jesus.
That passes.
Opposites
Yeah.
again.
Oh my god.
So you kind of focus your power and using some of the ice that's still kind of floating around from your earlier channeling of the sand and everything, and you just collapse it all into this one sort of like chain whip essentially of ice shards and slice across this thing's face as ice crystals shatter off of it and fly into the pool. That
Nice.
is one more point of damage to it. Mallorin, we're back to you.
Okay. Is there any way I can try to hold it?
Let's see, actually. Hang on a second. Because I do believe part of the Divine Devotion path. So there is a Divine Chains skill, but I don't know if you have that one yet.
You look, I don't think so.
Okay,
No,
Yeah.
no, I don't.
alright. So I will let you attempt this, but it will be at a +4 difficulty because you are not familiar with the ability just yet.
Okay. Nope.
Oh boy.
Damn.
Hmm.
That's what a crit fail, right?
Yes, that is. So, you attempt to summon these chaotic energies to bind it and kind of hold it in place. But as the chaotic energy of your power kind of connects with the chaotic energy of this being's this entity, it's almost like a sort of time warp, sort of like time-space distortion thing where it suddenly almost seems to teleport towards you, and it comes at you with a paw and knocks you off your feet. You take 2 points of damage from the attack.
Neato.
And I get some GM momentum, which is always fun.
Oh god.
Draco, we're back to you.
I'm gonna point at the same guy and be like, "Hey, you! Let's do that thing again."
Fuck.
He readies up, and go ahead and make the same check, +4 difficulty still.
That failed, but because it's a willpower check. Oh, where's my arcane focus? When you make a willpower check attack with focus, you may reroll 1 die. I'm gonna reroll that 7.
Go for it. It's gonna be... Ooh,
Fuck.
not
All
much
right.
better.
7.
It's gonna be an 18 instead.
So the highest is gonna hold.
The latest is gonna hold.
Okay. Fuck.
Not much to do else.
Oh, I might regret this. I'm gonna. I guess I'm gonna let you take a momentum. This is gonna hurt.
Okay. So you gain the fire from the other druid, and you're about to kind of repeat the same move that you just made, but the glint of the fire catches the wolf's eye, and it turns towards you, jumps up, and the firebolt basically flies underneath its belly as it kind of quote unquote lands. As it lands, its kind of form like shifts and kind of partially turns into mist upon quote unquote impact before it snaps you up in its jaws and you feel the pierce of its fangs into your shoulder. Take 1 point of damage. Back to you, Taz.
Okay. Gosh. Can I use my beast form?
You may.
Sweet. I'm gonna
What
do
form
that.
do you want to take?
I want to take a bear.
Fuck.
Okay.
You can do that?
Yeah, I can do that.
You can do that.
Why have you never done that before?
Because this is a brand new thing as of the beta.
Oh, okay.
So you guys watch as Taz, this little goblin form, swells up and turns into this, like, this bear with muscles bulging at basically the biceps and the thighs. And this thing has blue fur, which is interesting.
Okay, so I want to go, like, run up to the wolf and, like, just punch this thing right in the mother effing face.
Alright. We'll count this as a willpower check since you're in your druid form.
Oh, sweet.
He's shit. Whoa!
Oh,
Damn.
that is a strong crit.
Very nice. So as this thing is kind of like starting to tear into Draco a little bit, and he's just like, ah, fuck! All of a sudden, this bear form comes in out of nowhere and just sends ice crystals shattering everywhere, and the beast drops Draco out of its jaws as it whimpers and cowers away. Gain momentum, and it takes a damage.
Sweet. I got back one of the 3 momentum I spent.
There you go.
So really, I only spent 2. Woohoo!
This thing is starting to show some wear and tear, but it's definitely not out of the fight yet, Malarin.
Okay. Gonna heal myself first off.
Okay.
Try to, anyway. Nope. Yeah.
Ooh. So now, you took the restorative essence skill, correct?
Yeah.
Because healing does work differently now.
I have to burn momentum, right, to heal 1 point of health.
Correct. And you can, you choose yourself or an ally.
But do I still lose the momentum even if I fail?
Basically, the way this works is you don't need to make the check for healing anymore. As long as you have momentum, you have the capacity to heal. As long as you still have charges.
Oh, okay.
That
So
sounds
you-
like a gift from the DM god here.
Well, it's part of the new rules. You spend a charge to activate the ability, and then part of the cost is also a momentum to restore health.
Alright, gotcha.
So you can do that twice more this day.
Okay.
Alright. In doing so, the beast has a little bit of time to prepare itself for the next bout of attacks. But we are back to you, Draco.
Oh man. Draco. What does Draco want to do? Question.
Maybe answer.
On the beta, I didn't see my dragon's breath, my breath weapon transfer. That would be a class thing, would it not?
Yeah, we're
Does
gonna
that
count
go?
that
Is
as,
that gone or?
we'll count that as flavor for your willpower check.
Flavor.
Flavor Flav.
Okay.
Slay a slay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to fucking spew my acid all over this asshole.
Oh yeah, that's hot.
I'm trying my best not to say it.
Hot, bubbling, boiling acid just skeet.
Oh,
Oh
God.
my god. Oh, that took a turn.
That went really graphic really fast.
I know. The acid does seem to have an impact as it literally burns into the side of this thing and doesn't necessarily have a pronounced effect beyond what you were expecting, but it definitely does take a good chunk out of its side as it begins to limp on its back leg. Taz, you're up, buddy.
Alright. I'm gonna let out a mighty roar, pick this thing up, and suplex him.
Go for it. We'll count this as willpower.
That passes.
Nice. As the thing is kind of like trying to dodge out of the way of the acid, you charge up behind and just scoop this thing up, and you all hear this shattering as the beast kind of falls onto the sand, actually making impact. The ice touching the sand and slowly starting to melt, as opposed to just mistily staying afloat. It is beginning to look very rough. Valorant, back to you.
Injured, Draco?
What's up?
Are you injured?
Yeah, I took. I'm good for now. Do you
Okay.
have? I would say I would pass on healing me at this exact moment.
Yeah, Taz, you're in your beast form, right?
Yes.
Okay, so all your attacks are dealing +1 damage.
Oh, I missed that part
That
to
is
it.
part of the ability.
Additional 2 health. Yep, there's +1 damage. Okay,
So
cool.
that's an extra point towards it. Just to note.
Sweet.
So what you gonna do, Mallory? This thing is looking to be on its last legs.
Considering he's only got like what, 3 left?
2 or 3.
He was limping on one. I melted the other. I mean,
Yeah.
and he's got a hole in his chest, and all of his ice has been shattered off of his body.
And he's been suplexed and punched in the face.
This poor
Well, that's what I'm saying. All the ice has been shattered off his body. So
Oh, yeah. Oh, I missed that. My bad.
Too bad Luna's not there to bind it to you, Taz.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
So it could just
Got
be
it.
on his corpse perpetually.
no, too bad Taz doesn't have a way to make it a companion, like talk to it and make it friendly.
Yeah.
That would be helpful.
Can I just pick up a rock and bludgeon it?
You could certainly try. It might be a might check though.
I burn the momentum and make that pass.
Okay.
I swear, if Mallory gets the kill shot, he better scream, "This is for my friends!"
Probably not gonna do that.
So Mallory and Lily comes over with this rock that he found, heaves it up, and just drops it on this thing's head. The ice shatters, and this thing is barely recognizable as a wolf anymore. But it kind of tucks and rolls and gets up to its feet again as it tries to flee into the oasis puddle, basically. Rico, you have a chance to finish this thing off.
I want to scream not today, motherfucker, and I want to hit him with one of those fireballs again.
Fireball.
So even with a +4, does that work?
Damn.
Oh shit, +4. Yeah, it still works.
Nice.
Yo, he is killing that
He's
today.
on top of it, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Everybody
the druid was
was-
about to send it on its way himself. But as you're kind of like in a more advantageous spot to really hit a weak point, you kind of beckon over to him and he sends it to you. And you basically send the fire coursing through along the length of this entire thing's body as it shatters into a cloud of icy mist that then slowly drifts and disperses into the desert air. Beast is
Oof.
defeated.
Man, I was all excited when you were telling me that I was making this thing. I was gonna be like, yeah, I get a companion. Nope, I have got to fight it.
I was trying to figure out how he's like describing like the perfect companion for you.
Yeah.
And you rolled a horrible fail. Like you rolled a 19,
know.
right?
Yeah, I rolled a 19.
And I'm like-
That's
Pretty rough.
He's over here describing the perfect companion for Toss. Of course it's gotta eat his ass.
yeah. No kidding.
You
It's
gotta remember
just
he's
the
a
way
goblin. It's gotta be an ice-covered warg.
There you go.
That's correct. But as the energy disperses over the pool, Taz, you kind of feel this sort of like, almost like, this sort of chaotic cold energy has been kind of reigning over your powers for ever since you've achieved it. But this kind of feels like a step forward in pushing back and tamping it down. And remind me what your legendary challenge was again for your character.
I actually don't have one yet. I've been trying to come up with one since the first thing, but the best I can do is basically do the same as what Killer's doing.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, 'cause we had discussed that a little bit, kind of like in our DMs and stuff.
yeah.
I'm a better druid.
Right.
I'm a better druid. I mean,
So
at least
honestly-
he's not just trying to become a better Gabo.
I'm gonna say
I don't know, I
Wow.
might.
He's one of the best at Gabos. Don't you take that away from him.
Damn straight.
So I'm gonna say that your legendary is gonna be, essentially you can write this down as be able to unlock the full potential of the shard within you,
Okay.
and you mark 2 progress on that. I'll give you. So that'll
Okay.
be 2 ticks essentially in that first box.
Where do I find the
Story.
The story.
Story.
story? Oh, I skipped right over that.
So you have 1 legendary one. And each character can carry multiple at a time if they so choose. For example, Luna over here is a tryhard and has 2 from the get-go.
So, okay, there's 3 ticks needed, right?
3 for 1 box, yep.
3 for 1 box.
10
Okay.
boxes, yep.
All right, cool. And I just have 1 tick, right?
You have 2. I give you 2.
Oh, 2. Okay. Sorry, I missed that.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Well, dang.
Do I
that was
get
fun.
anything for learning how to play with fire?
How about
You're
no?
reaching.
Just
Damn.
asking. It's something I haven't done before, and I did it
Realize
very
that
well.
fire can burn. How about that?
Make another willpower check with +4.
Uh-oh. Does he pass it?
If he passes this.
Does he do it? Yeah.
Damn!
Gross.
Womp womp.
You hard failed that shit, bro.
You kind of look over at that other druid and he's like, "You're gonna have to teach me how to do that one of these days."
Mm-hmm.
He kind of like nods back to you. He's like, "I got you, bro."
Gotcha.
As you kind of stand there collecting your breath, he's like, "That was pretty intense." Taz, Draco, Olnan Wood as well, Malarin, Leon, and Graticus. You all suddenly get this strange sort of cold presence creep up into the back of your mind, and you feel your attention drawn in the direction off somewhere in the horizon. And you can't explain exactly why, but you know that it's pulling your attention towards the city of Taklavat.
Sounds like a problem for tomorrow's me.
Fucking hate you.
Yeah, feel free to do with that information as you will.
Well, let's all go take a nap. We'll deal with that in the morning.
I am taking a nap! Against my goddamn will!
You weren't included in that conversation.
Shut up!
If we're not careful, she'll be taking a dirt nap.
No, she'll probably take the city with her, so...
I mean, that wouldn't be a bad thing. The vampires would be gone.
2 birds, 1 stone, after all.
Yeah, look at that. See? Get rid of her.
Jesus
You
Christ.
goes
Move on to
nuclear,
greener
city of
pastures.
Taklavat, bye-bye. No more vampire resting places. We have one vampire left in the world, or left in the city or the area, and he's under our control.
There's 2.
Yeah, there's one.
Oh, you have one in the Pokeball.
I'm not seeing anything like really downsiding to this.
I mean, other than we lose Luna.
Is that really a downside?
How do
I mean, I'm the only thing that's kept you guys alive!
how do we know she won't
This
just
whole session,
Debatable.
this whole session would have ended back when we got stuck in the freaking capital.
Debatable. Okay,
How do we
one
know
time
she
you
just
did
won't
something good.
regenerate? Like
Yeah.
Superman over here. Just you go nuclear,
You just call
your
her demonic.
skeleton and just come back.
Yeah,
You know what we should have done?
She'll be alright.
Yeah.
Hindsight's 2020. You know what we should have done?
Killed her
We
when
should have had we should have had fucking Dalen bite her and turn her into a vampire before she went into the city.
Oh, you know what? You're right. But see, we didn't know. None of us
Who
knew
the
what
fuck
was
says
going to
that's
happen.
not gonna happen, though?
Yeah, that is true. She's fixing to get drained like a damn kid snack.
Like,
Snack back.
The snack that
Be like
smiles back.
fucking, no, it'd be like the fucking
Goldfish.
juice at the end of the ice pop. You just
Goldfish.
start sucking it down.
Just turns you into a
No
complete
man
song.
over here.
They're gonna roll her up like a tube of toothpaste, just trying to get the last drop out.
Oh,
my
God. That's horrifying.
Is it though? For her.
Why didn't she wait?
For her.
Why didn't she go with a damn bodyguard?
Because
You
she's
know,
an
beats
idiot.
me.
because nobody wanted to go.
That's not true. You didn't want us to go.
And actually, in all reality, the only person, Jay, that got the notification was me. So I kind of told them you guys didn't exist.
So technically,
So
this is a you problem.
Technically, we're off
technically-
the hook.
Technically.
Yeah.
Great.
Technically, a you problem.
technically,
Yeah.
in all
Alright.
technicality here, Luna's
Looks
trying
like-
to save y'all's asses from having
Yeah.
a shit ton of vampires and a whole city coming after your asses.
It
Hey,
seems like you figured out a way
I
to
said
finally-
from the beginning we could take them. You guys were like, no.
Why do you keep saying you guys? I agreed with
Okay,
you.
me and Graticus said we could take them, and everyone else shot down the idea.
I know, because they're a bunch of pansies.
Well, what are you guys' next course of action at this time?
I mean,
I
have
guess we got to go to the damn city.
Well, no.
Nah.
first.
Hold on. I
We need-
gotta ask one question.
Mhm.
Do I know that my other 3 companions that are with me are feeling the same sudden urge to just go? Because I currently just have the mindset of I need to go there because I need to meet
Yes.
Vaughn.
So, Draco,
Can I
you-
discern the difference between the 2 urgencies?
Actually, yes, because this is a presence that you're not familiar with. This sensation, this call. And also, as you look across the desert, you notice your 3 group members next to you looking in the very same direction. And then they all look at each other and kind of recognize that this is a shared experience.
I mean, I may not be there, but I would suggest, I don't know, getting the frickin' party back together.
I was gonna say, I look at Leon and say, "Hey, man, did you get a weird feeling?"
Yeah.
Okay. You might help me move some stuff around. Let's get a portal built. I feel like we need to get
All
together.
right. Let's do it, Graticus.
So, I'm gonna say something, but Sweet needs to give the approval. They should bring Dale in.
Well, first we're building the portal. Sweet's
Yeah, we
gonna
gotta
have to
Yeah, but
bring
you're
have
the
bringing the
portal.
portal to where?
No, we're building
Me?
one so that way, yeah, y'all can get over here.
Okay.
I will say the
Yeah.
way that this works is you'll have to set up a circle at the Circle of Druids location.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Hey, well, shit. Well, hopefully, maybe they can just do a little kumbaya circle and like prayer it together.
Yeah.
There's a cleric, a couple druids, you know.
Sounds like it could work.
Yeah. Pick up some grass, crumble it in your hands, blow it into the wind, and poof! There you go.
Hold up. I mean, I know it's not a teleporter, and the druids would know how to get back here. Could us druids all pool our powers together and ride a surf wave of sand all the way to the factory?
Fuck out. That's awesome. That's a fucking awesome idea. I'll give you that. That was
That'd
good.
be sick. Yeah.
That would
I
be
want to
awesome.
say that now.
Wait,
God, is that
better
allowed?
yet,
So
I wonder.
as you're kind of like some of the druids standing nearby hear your guys' conversation, and you're just like, we gotta get back to the factory soon somehow. And you're kind of coming up with these different ideas, and then one of the druids kind of steps up and puts his hand on your shoulder, Draco, and says, "Don't worry, I have a way of getting you there fast." And then we just kind of like smash cut to the whole party, along with several druids, riding on the back of this great spined worm that is racing through the sand,
Demons
arcing
I
up
can
and down,
imagine!
They used
as
to
all you
ride
guys
me
are like holding
for
onto these
miles.
reins.
We're riding a fucking tremor through the.
No.
Riding a
All you
fucking
hear is,
worm.
all you hear is, Leroy Jenkins!
What the thing is, it sounds like we now have a siege engine in the form of a dune worm.
I mean,
Attack
we-
of the city!
can we domesticate it? I want a fucking doom worm.
Well, it sounds like they already have it domesticated slightly, so.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
Ish.
Can we use the dune worm to attack the city?
I think you might have to convince the druids to help you in that endeavor.
Oh fuck, the hippies are never gonna help us.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know.
What?
You never know. Dallin, we could get them back to the factory and get Dallin to convince them that how bad that the corruption is in the city. Dallin, we need to interrogate Dallin and find out what's going on. And we might be able to get the druids to help us take over the city and make the city less corrupt.
Unfuckify the city?
Unfuckify the city. Could you imagine a siege of fucking druids marked with everybody else that's in our party? Just fucking storming the gates of a city? I mean, I don't know how many vampires there are here, but 30 to 50 druids could definitely, do some
Well,
damage.
The 30 to 50 druids could also help me lift the factory and turn this thing into Howl's Moving Castle.
And then we nuke it from orbit.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
then that is when
listen,
go about
Luna's
the other planets.
fucking Luna's fucking demon will help her survive. Like it won't let her die.
Yeah.
It clearly needs a vessel. Like, what's the problem?
Yeah, so demonic sugar daddy will
She just
protect
comes
us.
like
We're good.
walking out of the ashen flames in tattered clothes, just like, I'm okay.
Yeah,
Either
It's
she
just
lives or she
Daenerys over
dies.
here.
I mean, you know, it's not like she's got any parents.
oh,
Damn!
There's no one left around to love
Batman's over
her.
in
So
a corner
harsh.
somewhere crying.
Is there
fucking
any
session.
question? Have I woken up, or am I still just drugged?
You're out.
You're
yeah.
you're
I
having a
assume you're still
powerful
just
nap
drunk.
right now.
God
Oh
damn it!
my god, this session is going places.
This whole campaign is going places. I'm like,
Apparently.
We're way beyond going right now.
So Graticus and Leon, as you are kind of, getting yourselves ready to, take whatever step is next in your guys' plan, whatever that may look like, when all of a sudden, Graticus, you could see through the windows, which have been cleaned, so you can actually see out the windows now into the desert, and you see this plume of sand just kind of like slowly trailing across the landscape towards the factory. And it is massive.
And Graticus is like,
It
what
have
the
to be. How
fuck?
many druids are on the back of this thing?
I call out to Leon.
It's got
Hey man, you
four
gotta get a
and
look.
probably like 3 or 4 other druids as well.
Oh, so not all the druids came.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was hoping
I mean,
all
you
the druids
could-
would come.
You could
Leon,
try
you're
to
fucking-
convince them to come if you wanted to.
Yeah,
That
and then
was the whole convincing. We had convinced them to come with us. Remember?
I don't
That's why we
remember
were
that,
essentially.
no.
No, yeah, we convinced. Re-roll the tapes. We had convinced them to come back to the factory with us and help us.
Jesus.
Uh-huh.
All but a very select few were going back to the factory.
Yeah, there was only a couple that were staying back because, or what's her face was staying back for sure.
Okay.
Me and
But everybody else had gathered around and said, "Yeah, we're willing to help." So
me and Leon, or me
we
and
only had a
Graticus,
couple
were like,
possibly
this is
that
above
we're
our-
going to stay back and hold down the druids sacredly.
So what did you say that they were expected to do once they got there? Like what kind of...
They're helping us investigate the scourge
Okay. So then
and,
it would have taken
learn how to
them,
fight it.
it would have taken them an hour or two to kind of really get everybody prepared, kind of sort through who's going and who's staying, and gather their belongings.
So they're coming on. They're coming on Wormback on the second train.
Yeah, essentially. So if you wanted to play that way, then you guys could have been sent ahead while the rest of them are kind of on their way.
Yeah, let's do it that way.
Leon, you
I
gotta
think
this
that's fair.
shit out. Just standing outside looking at this window like, what the fuck?
yeah, we're like, well, that is above our pay grade, so fuck that.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, well,
As
seen it
the,
all now.
as the sand plume grows closer, all of a sudden you watch as it crests the top of a dune, and just bursting through is this massive sandy maw of this eyeless being with a shell, basically hammerhead type frontal structure, and it dives down into the sands, and you can actually see a group of small figures riding on its back with all of these ropes tied around its neck, essentially.
Oh my god.
Let's go ride ourselves a dune worm.
And
So-
eventually- do you want to do something to prepare for for arrival?
Yeah. I yell out to all the goblins, don't panic! But there's a giant worm coming this way.
Stay away from its mouth, for
Yeah.
God's sakes.
Immediately,
Unlock the window!
all the goblins begin charging around the factory, starting to pick up any sharp objects that they potentially can, and start to
Just
get ready to
prepare.
deformify,
Yeah, just prepare for the worst.
basically.
Yep. Hope
They've
for
been
the
through
best.
They've
Prepare
been
for the
through this
worst.
shit enough. They know the drill.
They fought fucking dune worms? Holy shit.
Eh?
Goblins
Hey,
are
man.
badass. Why don't we just
Man.
hire them?
Those goblins are tough.
Let's just hire them then. Fuck it.
Eventually, the worm arrives at the outside of the factory, and you recognize your companions hopping off of its back as it suddenly kind of comes to a rest near the outskirts of the facility.
Hey guys!
Hey, you guys.
It took too long for you guys to build a portal.
Yeah, we're missing some key items. Hey, I see you brought a bunch of friends. Any of them know how to create fire and possibly create metal?
Did the fire guy come with us, or is he on the second train?
Mm,
You guys left the fire guy behind?
he was just ready in time to join you guys in the back. So,
As a matter of fact, my buddy right here knows how to do fire. He's gonna teach me.
Cool. I
Sweet.
need him, and I need somebody that can make metal or something to go down and patch the hole on the lower floor, so that way we can actually seal the factory.
you're just
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
use him
yeah,
as an
I
arc
think-
welder.
Yes, exactly. We need an arc welder.
I think we need to focus on something else.
Yeah. Whatever.
Did you guys
This is
get a
important.
sudden urge?
Yeah. No, I'm getting to that. We need to do this first. I have a plan. It's gonna be big, but we need to seal the factory.
All right. Do you have any scrap metal around that might be able to help, homeboy?
I just kind of lift my arms up and say, yeah, everywhere.
You kind of
I guess
go over
fucking
and
factory.
like
Get your
two
job
piles
done.
of just random iron and
Yeah.
metal
Yeah,
lying
it's
on the floor.
I just whistle and point at a handful of gobos and say, you, carry that metal down. The druid will follow you.
The goblins just immediately dive headfirst into the pile and start just getting armfuls of the stuff and wobbling their way down the stairs.
Like fucking Oompa Loompas.
I guess I'm gonna look at homeboy and be like, voluntold, I guess. But we need help, and you're here to help, right?
Says if this is part of what will resolve the issue, then sure.
Yeah, it's gonna resolve a lot of issues, my guy. Trust me.
Very well. It's kind of eyes you guys and follows the other goblins down the stairs.
Okay, now that that's being settled, so you guys got the weird feeling?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have a feeling.
Where's
I got a
Where's-
feeling-
Where's Luna?
Where's Luna?
Well, as Gronicus kind of looks at him with a weird grin and finger guns,
Buddy, you might need to sit down for this.
Yeah, she went off to the city by herself to try and kind of buy us some time.
But
And
that wasn't the deal.
well, she's a headstrong, young
no.
warlock with a demonic sugar daddy who has a lot of demands, and I just really didn't care if she went or stayed. So here we are. But now
Oh, no.
I feel like we need to kind of go get her. So new plan.
Yeah.
How many more druids you got coming? And how long is it going to take them to get here?
Drax is, we said between 30 and 55. Right?
Out of those, a decent chunk of those were women and children. So really the kind of ones that we're going to be helping is probably totaling up to 15 to 20.
Okay.
So they're probably going to be another hour or two behind.
So there's 15 or 20 coming in about an hour, bud.
Okay. Well, I mean, if she's going to die, she's probably already dead. So we got time to wait. Okay.
I mean, the grazer got us here pretty quick. Or not the grazer,
The dune worm, dude. Yeah,
the
bro.
worm got us.
Bro, that thing was pretty damn cool. I'll give you that. Okay.
As you say that,
Nice.
like, its head kind of like peers up and it looks as if it's looking at you guys through the window. It's tilting its head back and forth, just kind of
Look at it and
investigating.
I
I
look
wish
at
I
it
knew
and
what this
say,
thing ate. I would feed it something.
I know what it eats, but I know what it eats, but we're not giving it. We're not going to feed it right now. At least not those.
Your employees.
Yeah. No gobbo meat. No.
Well,
I got a plan.
do you
It's
think
a
they
really-
eat city folks?
Oh, I'm sure that thing eats any flesh that moves.
Okie dokie. We might have to
So,
see if we can convince our
plan.
buddies to take these 2 worms into the city with us.
Look, that's what I'm getting at. Now check it, okay? We're gonna use them as drill tunnels. We're gonna have them. We're gonna stage somewhat closer, not like all the way close, but like right outside the city. They're gonna dig a hole in, and we're gonna tunnel under the city. And we're gonna figure out where she's at. We're gonna tunnel up with the worms, have them just go berserk. We'll snatch her and haul ass back through the tunnel.
And then when they follow, they have a bunch of teeth.
Yeah, and worst comes worst, we'll leave some explosives on the way behind. Bada bing, bada boom. Not our problem anymore.
All right, go ahead and make some
And-
explosives. While you're doing that, I'll be right back.
Okay. And worst comes worst, civilian casualties happen. Well, didn't really like the orcs anyway, so.
They'll never stop chasing us after that.
Yeah, can't chase us if there's nobody to chase us.
That logic.
Yeah,
So
so can I
what's-
rig up like some IED?
Just terrorism all going on rampant in here.
Yeah, like I said earlier, murder, machinery, mayhem.
Fair enough. So you can definitely, attempt to rig together some stockpile of armaments. I'm gonna say go ahead and make a intellect check with a +4 difficulty.
Now, would it be intellect or would it be cleverness because it's technically tinkering?
This is gonna be intellect because all of your supplies are kind of scattered. All of the supplies that are relevant to this are scattered across the factory, and so part of the thing will just be even finding where the useful items are amongst all the piles of just miscellaneous mayhem all over the place.
I failed. No. There is no way to pass that shit. Okay. So, new plan. Alright. New plan.
You assemble enough for a single IED of significance.
You know what? You know what? I'm good enough. That'll work. Okay, now second plan. I look at Leon and say, alright, big boy,
Yep.
you ready for some new armor?
Oh, indeed. Indeed.
Alright, I want to try and fit him into the forged automaton suit without the
Okay.
innards and basically make it into, big ass mechanical armor for him.
I am Iron Man.
So I'm back. But
But
I'm kind of scared that this is going to be a trap, guys.
well, that's okay. We made one big ass bomb, and Leon is going to become the Iron Angel at this point. So,
Mm.
Oh, I'm all.
What are we going to
I'm
do?
all
We're
about
going to go
that.
in. So
I'm
our
all about
plan
that.
is to go in.
Yeah.
Kicking and fighting and hooting and hollering with no
do you want to know
guarantees
what,
of coming
do you
back
wanna
out
know
of
what,
this.
do you want to know what the plan is? You're going to love it. All right. What I came up with is, fuck it. We're going to just go in hard and fast. That way,
It's just
there won't be any time for anything to go wrong.
Yeah,
We don't even know where she's at.
nonsense.
What if
Not completely true. I kind of know where she's at.
where did she go?
She went to the farmhouse.
Went
Where
to
was
meet
she going
Conrad
after
Joe.
she went to the farmhouse?
I don't know, but we could start there, work our way in, or we could just go to the city center, have the worms pop up, drop a bomb, and say, "Hey, bring us our warlock."
Or we pop into the farmhouse and boom, there's a shit ton of fucking people waiting for us because they know we're coming to the farmhouse.
Do you know
they
what
might not know we're coming by tunnel worm, but
Yeah,
you know,
they won't be
vampires are
expecting-
vampires.
They won't be expecting a tunnel worm, let alone two of them and a giant fucking bomb.
So you're gonna blow up the farmhouse or the city center
Yeah,
indiscriminately.
civilian casualties or not, it's there can't like Arabella said. They can't chase us if there is nobody to chase us.
It's really killing me. I have no say in this because I'm not there.
And that's the best part is that you're just chit chat.
So what's the move? Where are we going? What are we doing?
Well, so far we have one bomb, so that's a plus.
Do we have? What time of day is it, Draxus?
It's approaching mid-afternoon at this point. It's starting to get into late afternoon.
How about this? I propose that the goblins or you know what? Dallin.
Yes?
He had or not Dallin. Wayland's or shit.
Waylon.
I don't know. Fuck. I'm losing my mind.
I think
Arathalis is character there.
Mallorin?
Just what?
Mallorin.
No.
Fuck, my mind is everywhere.
Damn,
Mallorin character. Mallorin
This man-
can
This man needs his sleep.
well, dude, I am so tired. You have no clue. Anyway, Mallorin, can you seem to have some kind of connection with her in the past. Can you try to see if you can reach her? Like mentally some way, or see if you can. Do you have a possibility of trying to reach out to her?
I'm sure I can try. That be a faith check?
Yeah,
Yes.
I want to see if she's alive and well, or
see if your god can reason with her demonic patron, work something out.
Oh my god.
I feel like that's probably a no.
I don't know.
Got momentum? Want to spend it?
Ooh, shit. That does look like a no, fam.
Nope.
Alright.
What
You
about-
take
alright,
a second
so-
and try to reach out. You connect with Zeleneth, and you know that she reaches out, but she tells you that somehow she's been obscured from her sight.
all right. Well, what about Mallorin or fuck the vampire dickhead?
Damn.
Jesus.
Dalen. Dalen.
Yeah, I'll get this.
Dalen was fucking bloodbound with her. Dalen, you got to be able to know where she's at. You got to be able to have some kind of feel for her.
Man, if she's doing what I think she's doing, then there's any number of places in the city that she could be. She might not even be in Taklavat right now.
What do you mean?
There's a reason that the Stellard Court is so far-reaching as they are. It's because they can travel from place to place very quickly. They have a network, kind of similar to this device that your goblin friend here with his pendant and the circle on the floor. But slightly different. They have these passages that they can pass through, and they will appear from one city into another instantly.
Noted.
My
So
god.
we could be chasing her through a shit ton of wormholes and never find her.
Well,
Because they can transport instantaneously.
There's always a chance. Yeah, I do not know what they would even do with her if they were to get their hands on her.
And
Smells
you
delicious.
said in the past you were barely a member of the Stellar Court.
I wasn't a
Seems to
very
be like they're
high-ranking
going-
one, no.
Seems like they're going through an awful lot of trouble for somebody who wasn't high ranking. What do you know about the Stellar Court that they don't want to share?
Well, like I said before, I was involved in the mission to break into Curtis Gray's estate and, rob him.
Which you failed to do.
Yes. Thank you for reminding me. Very
No. Thank you for failing.
In any
This is one of
case.
those times where it's probably good to fail.
I mean, you might not be wrong. I did end up blacking out for a solid night and a half, but, it's worth it, I guess. In any case, I'm not entirely sure, but I do think that there is a second vampire here that is also being held against his will. I mean, I'm not being held against my will, but he is.
Well, I mean...
I don't know who that guy is either. So, he could be a high-ranking guy, he could be a low-ranking guy, I have no idea.
Man, what the hell is going on?
So you think it's less about you and more about the other guy?
I think it's more about the fact that you have dispatched successfully, like permanently, half of an entire scouting squad, as well as 2 other random members of the Stellar Court, and don't seem to be showing any signs of stopping this continuous activity. So they're trying to do their best to basically put out this fire that you have started in the fabric of their organization.
Did we start the fire? Because, some things don't happen. Some things, sometimes, we're not the kind of people that go, just looking for things to attack.
I
The
mean,
fuck you talking about?
Not always, at least. We don't just walk into a room and go, hey, you, I don't like you, so I'm going to kill you.
so I don't know.
We are provoked in every single manner of killing and totally dispatching their vampires.
Okay, so just look at my personal situation as an example, right? I didn't want to fucking be part of the Stellar Court. I was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and welcome to the party, buddy.
That's what they all say.
So I got another question. When does one become a vampire? And how does that transpire?
After I was captured, they took me to one of their safe houses, and there was this ritualistic room where they performed this ceremony of indoctrinating me as an official member, basically afflicting me with my condition, he says in air quotes, and thereby eliminating any potential for me to have any sort of normal life among society, and also the inability to die permanently, so long as my resting place is intact.
Mm-hmm.
So that's typically how it goes, as far as I know. There is a ceremony for select individuals that they see as being of use to them. They don't do it willy-nilly, they do it for those that they know they can manipulate and control.
Mm-hmm. And do you remember your ceremony?
I have repressed those memories, I don't wish to dig them up again.
So you couldn't turn anybody into a vampire, even if you wanted to?
I haven't tried? Why, you want me to nibble on your neck?
Hey.
Maybe not nibbling on my neck. I need to keep my purity.
Yay!
That's what she said.
I know damn well you're.
Just want this. I want to keep some information in my pocket just in case we need to use it. I also want to know a little bit more about that that resting place thing. You said if a resting place, as long as your resting place is not destroyed. Now we've learned that your resting place is a physical object.
Mm-hmm. It's an enchanted object.
It's an enchanted object. That was the word I wanted.
So if you had some way of breaking
the
magical,
enchantment?
yes, less of an enchantment, more of a curse, I would say.
I have an idea.
Hey, Gobbo. Where's
I'm way
that
ahead of you.
crystal?
No, we're not using that.
Yes.
Bomb I made. We'll go to the center. We'll go to the cemetery where we know for a fact all their graves are, and we'll just blow it up.
Is your bomb arcane?
I'm sure we can make one. Make it arcane.
That sounds dangerous.
Channel a little
Sounds
magic into
fun.
it. A little bibbity bobbity boo.
Little
Bibbidi
bibbidi bobbidi
boom.
boom.
Yeah.
Yo,
It'd be a
Oh,
nice-
hey, just got one question. Has anything changed in the factory at all in the past, since we left?
It looks kind of more organized and clean.
It's clean.
Some of the
Yeah.
machines are up and running, actually.
That's it? Just cleaning some running machines? You guys haven't had,
So far.
any
Yeah.
massive change of scourge or no power surges or nothing of
What are you implying?
What are you getting at?
Yeah, what are you implying?
so while I was in the desert just before we battled this ice wolf thing, I was in the stone circle kind of meditating and decided that I was going to take a peek at the factory, and at about the time I was looking at the factory, poof, wave of energy from the center of the factory out, and the scourge got bigger instantaneously, just pushed. So yeah, I was wondering what changed.
Just we cleaned up and we kind of managed to get the power more efficient.
Power more efficient.
Yeah.
How did you get the power more efficient? The place was barely operating. There was barely any power here at all.
First off, don't ever underestimate me. I am, as I sit there and
That's what she
rub,
said.
rub my hand off like, I am pretty amazing.
Like, can't
What the
speak.
fuck was that?
Just just worked a little bit of Gaba magic and
A little bit of gobble magic.
A little bit of Gobbo magic. So
yeah,
that's it.
did a little believing and did a little looking around and changed a few things.
What'd you find and what did you change?
Why are you asking all these questions, man?
Because I'm trying to get to the bottom of this, and there's something obviously changed.
I don't like you asking all these questions because I feel like you might have an ulterior motive. So why don't we just leave it at, hey, we got some power. Let's just, we'll just be cool with it.
Just be cool with the scourge spreading at an accelerated rate, instantaneously.
See, that's the plan. We're gonna
Apparently, this is the Spanish
we're
Inquisition.
gonna lift the factory from the sand, and then once it's out of the ground, it can't spread anywhere, anymore because there's nothing to spread to. It's just gonna be up in the air. It's gonna be a floating factory. It's gonna be a great time. If your druids don't want to stay, then they don't have to stay. Whatever.
Oh, Gabo.
Can we get this show on the road? Cause
Killer,
Luna
rolling-
probably
Roll an awareness check, Killer.
And that passes.
You can obviously tell that.
I'm gonna use them. Oh, okay. I was going to use a momentum to make it a strong hit.
Okay. Good to know. You can obviously tell that Granicus isn't telling the whole story, and he's kind of got that air of like confidence about him that he's discovered something important in very recently.
Because Graticus is a house.
So Graticus, level with me, brother, because I can read you right now like an open book, and you're not telling me something, and it's very important.
Yeah, but see, let me ask you something, buddy. Pal. How do I know if I don't tell you what I know, that you're not going to go back and report it to your little warlock girlfriend? Do you really trust her?
By the way, just to backtrack on that, Draco and I are actually not that close.
Yeah, I
Although
really
he does
haven't
seem
done
to-
anything to defend her other than,
Yeah,
you know, trying to fucking save her because she was part of our party.
The only person that you could even slightly even make that comment to is Arethelus.
That's not true. I just don't trust the fact that he's already here. He's over here trying to save you.
He's more the emotional support vampire.
How do I know you're not going to go talk about it?
Fucking hell.
I show you.
So
All right.
I'm not so certain we can trust her.
All right, so you don't even have to fucking tell me where it is. Tell me what you did. Tell me what changed. How did you get this place magically up and running at this efficiency level, this fast, in a matter of hours? You're not that magic. You found something.
Hey, well, first off,
with a hope and a prayer.
Fucking
calm
Juraxis, you
down.
got the goddamn party together, and now they're gonna split themselves over.
I know, I'm just watching this madness unfold.
And then poor Luna's just die.
Shit.
I'll show you. But I want your word. You will not talk about it to anybody. Only person that knows besides me is Dalen and Leon.
Okay, you can show me. I won't tell anybody.
All right.
I need to know what's going on so that I can wrap my head around this. We'll try to work it out. We want to save the world. We want to save your factory. Let's figure it out.
So is everybody going then? Obviously, except me.
No.
But
no,
you're not taking Taz.
Poor Luna. She's in the gallows over here.
Or Malarin. So you're not taking Taz or Malarin in this situation. Or Olnan.
Olnan's not even here.
He's
with the
just
party.
in the
He's
background.
here, but he's not here.
I'm just trying to clarify this here.
You're not even here. Why are you speaking?
She's got nothing better to do.
She's here in spirit.
My ass. All right, everybody, come with me. I'll show you. But we don't talk about it.
Actually, hush, top secret.
Yeah, this is.
Don't tell the warlock. God forbid.
The Fight Club we're talking about.
Don't tell the power-hungry warlock.
Jesus Christ.
So you take her down, or take everybody down to... yeah, you take Luna down. All of a sudden it's just you and Luna. No. You take everyone down to the core, as it's been dubbed.
Yeah.
And kind of show them this, basically, like I said, fantasy fusion core that is powering the entire facility. And you guys would know, especially you, Granicus, and probably Torgrin as well, but Arcano active capability is along the same sort of effect as radiation does in our world. It's very powerful when channeled properly, but if left unchecked, it could be devastating for everything. So that is what you all are currently aware of as you take this in.
So we've all he's like, we all know this. Everybody, it's party wide except for Luna.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. This is awesome. Terrifying. How long has it been operating like this?
I don't know. I think a little bit before you got back. We only found it today.
only got it today.
Most
But
likely
was it running when you got here?
semi-active, yeah. It
Yeah.
seemed to be semi-active at the very least when you found it.
But
Yeah.
you did some. What'd you do? Do you know what you did?
I tried to touch it. I don't know.
You tried to touch it?
I kind of went to examine it.
Wow, Gabo, big balls.
Big green and the hang low.
Jesus Christ,
Can I
man.
examine him to
Mine are
see
blue.
what I would
Yeah, he's on the-
What? Wait, what?
would we know if he has any like magic burns or anything like that? That's like, would he have any ill effects that are obvious?
Not that you can see on him right now.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, this needs to
Before
be
you ask-
secured, bro.
Yeah, say before you ask. Well, that's why it's in here. It's in a lock.
No. Like, this needs to be secured. Like, is there like cooling and like, how are you like making this work? Because this needs to be safer than it is.
What are you?
So,
wait, what the hell
fun
is this?
fact.
Is this OSHA? Like, what?
We're not really making it work. It's kind of making
is going
it
on?
work.
Right. What
There is-
happens when it decides to run away? Is there any procedures here? Does anything in your old master's notes somewhere that might tell you how to operate this thing in
We haven't really got around
safely?
to that yet. We haven't really got around to it yet. It's a work in progress, you know?
Okay.
Hey, you know what? I'll get to
I don't
work on
wanna
that
destroy
right
it.
now. I'll get to work on that
I
right
don't want you to destroy it. I just
Oh, I'm not going to
don't-
destroy it. It's not happening.
not immediately. We need to figure out if this is
No,
the cause of
no.
our problems.
Not immediately, not ever.
As
It's
you
not
guys
legal.
are having this discussion, one of the
Luna's in
goblins,
the gallows.
one of the goblin employees kind of comes around the corner and kind of sheepishly looks to you all having this discussion. Is like, excuse me, Mr. Graticus, I think it would be good if you came to the vault immediately.
Did you find something else?
You
The
could
what?
say that.
What's
You
going
need-
on?
You need to see
Well,
this,
you know what?
boss.
You know what? We're all already here. Let's just make a trip out of it.
Feel like you need to see this.
Everybody.
You need to see this, boss.
Well, that's fine, because we need to go down to the vault anyway. If I'm going to turn Leon into the Hulkbuster.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Alright, let's go.
So you all parade down to the vault, and Graticus leading the charge. Graticus, you use your magical pendant to unlock the vault, and the great door begins to slide down into the floor, and then settles. You step through the threshold, and as the rest of the group is about to follow, this energy field suddenly appears in the doorway, blocking you all from entry, except for Graticus, who is already on the other side.
Nuts.
What?
Well, cool. I'm about to die, guys. This can't be good.
All of a
Fare
sudden,
thee well, Gabo.
the shadows begin to gather in the center of the room and coalesce into the form of a figure that solidifies. Figure of a man with this. The first thing you notice is this gleaming saber that is sheathed at his side. His long, flowing red-black robes
What
and
the
dark
fuck?
hair slicked back to one side.
I swear to God, if you are meeting my patron, I'm gonna be so pissed.
I'm meeting you, patron. I'm fixing to ask a lot of questions. Like, why you?
Fuck you.
Roll an intellect check for me, actually.
Oh boy. Why can't it be cleverness?
Does anybody else see what's going on in there?
You guys can all see what's going on, yes.
We just can't get through.
You cannot.
Not even if we attempted with a willpower check?
You could certainly try.
That's never good.
Jesus,
Yeah,
fuck!
Oh, snap.
Actually, can we try? Yeah, let's try.
Holy shit, the force is strong with you.
Yeah, basically.
What the hell is my willpower?
I will. I failed that intellect. I don't have any
Damn it.
momentum to pass
Okay.
it.
Can I use 2 momentum to pass?
You can. So that'd be a weak hit.
Alright, so fuck it. I'll use it to pass.
Mine was a strong hit.
Nice.
I get a momentum both on crit and strong, right? Or is it just one momentum?
Oh.
Killer, can you pass me some momentum, buddy?
So the
Right?
crits,
Jesus.
crits technically
I'll,
give you 2. And then...
yeah.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. That's in combat.
Oh, I was
Oh,
gonna
this
say
just gets you
share the
Bullshit.
share the wealth, man.
alright.
So Draco, you, like, as the barrier is going up, you just force your way through. And same thing with Taz. You just kind of push through the energy before it really has a chance to solidify. And
Wait. Question: why was I making an intellect saving throw for?
I know.
I was gonna see if you recognized who this person was.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Yeah, no hope there, buddy.
It
Can I put on the goggles to see
It
if
was
he's
a-
like?
was a long
Cool.
shot, anyways. Yeah, you can, and you see that everything about this guy is very magical.
Shit.
And in fact, I'm going to need Killer and Taz to make soul saving throws for me.
And that's. Oh fuck! It is.
It passes!
This is not good.
Very
Oh my
nice.
god!
Hey, Killer, can
I
you
failed.
start? Can you pull the horseshoe out of your ass and pass it around, please?
For real.
Literally.
Some of us are struggling.
And Killer's just over here rolling in the momentum.
Yeah, like
Pretty much.
fucking hell.
real.
Jesus.
I'm not necessarily rolling in it because I've spent momentum.
Yeah, can you
Yes,
pass
yes.
the plate?
So Taz, you force your way through, and then you're taking some steps forward, and suddenly your whole body freezes up, and you are locked in position.
Oh boy.
Draco, you
Well,
feel this
don't
same
get me
effect.
killed, guys.
You feel the same effect start to wash over you, but you use your channeling your inner power to push through it. It does not affect you. But this figure stands in front of you, Graticus, and says, Well. I've been seeking out your crew for quite some time now. It's good to see you face to face. The ones who've been such a thorn in my side for the past good little while now, a few weeks at least. And emerging from the shadows on all sides, you see these pale individuals with dark cloaks and daggers, aiming with the
Shit.
Stallard Court emblem.
I'ma die.
There's,
I'm
Not if
frozen.
I-
I'ma die.
Not if I can help it.
there's 10 to 12 of them in the room currently.
I like those
Jesus.
odds.
I shouldn't have came in with you, bro!
All right, so
As this happens, from behind this figure who has not yet identified himself, another vampire emerges holding Luna's limp body with a dagger across her throat.
God!
Hey, look,
Oh my
Hey, look,
god!
it's Luna. Welcome back.
so there you are. The fuck?
Yeah.
Where the hell you been? Or is she
She's
not awake?
Unconscious.
I am.
Oh,
That
God
is
damn
my
it.
limp body, dude.
I mean, you could be limp and still
Can I look
conscious.
at the vampires and say, "Who is that? Who have you? Why are you here? And who the hell are you holding?" I don't know her.
We know that she knows you.
I don't know
Really.
that young boy.
I mean, a lot of women know me. Let's be realistic here. You gotta give me a name.
Alright, listen, man. You're not helping, Graticus.
As Leon shouts through the barrier. This man steps towards you and he says, we were able to find you through her memories, through her knowledge of this place. Who are you and what is it that you are trying to achieve, meddling in the Stallard Court's affairs?
I am none of your damn business, and what I do,
Hold on, Gravis.
nothing you be
Hold on.
concerned with.
Hold on.
He's a little angry because you're in his factory and this is his place. Now, see.
Now see. See
We
your
need-
hair.
Look here,
See here,
son.
guys. So, here's the thing, yes. Luna's one of us. Very valued member, might I add. But, the Stallard Court seems to have pushed a few buttons and has been coming after us since the beginning. These guys, before me, and now that I have joined this crew, and ever since. So, I would actually ask, why has the Stallard Court been attacking the entire crew this whole time and continuously bombarding us?
Well, you see, the truth of the matter is that perhaps none of you were supposed to survive that first encounter you had aboard the train. The truth is perhaps that there is more to you than meets the eye than our, well, I will admit, rather rookie team of bandits who are supposed to seem as common thugs. But then you dug deeper. You followed the trail. You went to Curtis Gray's estate. Now I fear that you all might know just a little too much for your own well-being.
Yeah, we're kind of good at that.
Yeah, well, you know, the problem is, you guys may fool the common folk, and that's all well and good when you're in the pocket of the local authority. I'm assuming that's how you have so much power in that city, correct?
Choose your words very carefully, friend.
Well,
Can I like kind of load my mounted scrap shot and say I would choose yours more carefully?
As you
So
pull your
the-
gun out, it flies out from your hand into his. He cocks
No,
it
remember
in
it's
midair.
mounted. It's mounted to my wrist. I can't. It's not like I'm pulling it out. It's attached to me.
Body saving throw for me.
Oh fuck! Have to go flying.
That or lose your hand.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ!
shit.
Boy.
Oh boy.
Your arm is about to come off.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
literally.
that's
It gets
Bye-bye.
torn apart
Fail.
as the gun leaves your arm and flies into his, and he turns it around in midair and aims it straight at your forehead. He says,
So I'm missing an arm now.
basically,
Oh fuck me! All right then.
I can patch you up, don't worry.
No. Oh.
this is like Luke and Darth Vader.
I look at Leon. Leon, kill him! Get in here!
Wait, didn't I get through already?
Yeah,
I should be in there.
Yeah, no, you
Yeah,
did.
I should be in there.
He did pass.
Yeah, I used
okay.
momentum.
Gotcha, I see. I missed that part. Roll a body saving
Yeah,
throw for me.
Oh fucking hell.
I like how Killer's already rolling initiative.
I can see that.
Body saving, right?
Mhm.
Hey, that passes.
Nice. So yeah, you're in
Nice.
there and you're not affected by the paralyze.
Alright.
There's 3 of you. He says, a
I'm all
man
crippled.
looks at all of you and says, look, there is a way where everyone walks away from this alive.
what's that?
You will surrender voluntarily all of the things that belong to me. And all of a sudden, Dalen, for those who are on the other side of the barrier, blocked from being in the vault, watches Dalen suddenly vanishes into shadow. It's kind of like gives out a startled cry as it happens.
Oh fuck! I just remembered.
We're in the vault.
No, but I just remembered what else is in the vault with us.
A couple
Another
of vampires hold the Pokeball that is containing the one vampire, as well as Dallin's resting place object.
Yeah. We locked Dallin's resting place. Well, no. Hold on now. How would they have gotten Dallin's
They could
resting
not
place?
have-
It was in a locked
oh.
container.
It
It
It's
was
in
in
a
a
locked
locked
container
container.
that's.
They know how to dispel things, though.
That's some.
I mean,
Hold on now.
Hold on.
I
I
need-
would
hold
argue
on.
that
I
they
need
would
to
have
see
the
some
ability to
yes,
dispel
I know.
that because that was a fucking. Luna
That's-
had that locked using her fucking patron's power.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I used a blood sigil.
Yep.
They are currently holding my body, guys.
It's
Man,
I'm not saying that that's not
Can we
going to
get a
have an
ma-
impact in the
can we get a
future.
magic check?
Just-
Can I get a magic check
getting
on this?
We're getting there.
Great. I'm a one-armed goblin. Fuck. Taz, I'm gonna need you to make me a new arm.
So
You're the
you will-
artificer.
You all will forego any further investigation or meddling in Stellar Court's affairs, and we will all go our separate ways.
We didn't want to be involved with you to begin with. You kept screwing with us. It's not our fault that we're just better at killing things than you are.
I would like to prove you wrong.
Oh, I'd like to prove a lot of things to you right now.
That's
So I'm clutching my fucking nub of an arm.
So, do we have a deal? Let me just
Fuck you,
elaborate for
asshole.
you real quick. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Usually, you all would have been dead by now. But I do realize that perhaps trying to take you down here and now might be a little more costly than I'm willing to invest at this present moment.
Am I awake yet?
Nope.
God damn it!
How many are in here with us?
10 to 12.
We could take them. We
Yeah,
could take
I
them.
said I like those odds, even if I'm down an arm.
Yeah,
Three-
listen.
3 against 12, 10 to 12.
Hold on.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Let's go.
Leon is technically two people.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm also paralyzed, guys.
Okay, so 3.5. Or 4.5, technically.
And you're down an arm.
I have an idea. They're holding her in their arms.
Can we just like call out to her patron
Hold
and
on.
make her into a nuke?
Yeah,
I'm-
again, why can't we not just go the nuke route and just fucking end this already?
That's like,
You just want to drop a nuke on every continent in a lock?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
you know, at this point, it seems like it'd be the better option.
Hey guys, it's Fallout
Yeah.
now.
Fuck this
All right.
country.
I say. I know nobody wants to hear this, but I say we let them have their vampires for our team member, and she's gonna be mad at us, but we need her as much as she needs us.
Are you fucking kidding me? He
I mean,
took
they-
my arm off!
Yeah, I was gonna say they just took Grodicus' arm.
Yeah,
Like,
you're down a fucking arm and you want to fight with no gun?
yeah.
Do you realize where we're at in the factory?
Right, and you've worked on how much of it?
More
Look.
than you'd like to know about.
We have home field advantage. We have home field advantage. I'm just saying.
I also know what's in here.
What's the move?
All right, fine. I'm going to. Fuck. I don't want to
Hold
do
on.
this.
Wait, we need to roll initiative. Don't worry if we're gonna go that route.
Is that the route we're gonna go?
Oh no. Oh no. I'm going to initiate combat, and then we can roll initiative.
Hold on. Before you do that, I got a plan.
That's never good.
No, it is a good.
Because what I'm going to do will initiate combat.
Okay, same with what I was gonna do, but okay.
I will let
How'd you guys weigh your options and figure out what you're
Okay.
gonna do?
Well, hold on. Out of character. Killer.
Mm-hmm.
Luna has the bottle of magical lightning on her waist.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know that for sure. Not at this present moment.
Listen, Deus Ex Machina over here, like trying to give them all the advantage. The fuck?
Just saying. Good chance he has it on her. If we break it, that should do a fuck ton of damage. Or I have a bottle on me of experimental potion. I don't know what it does, but it could be worth it.
Okay, well, if you want to use your experimental potion, however you want to use that, that's fine. But first, we need to secure Luna and the sigil.
Yeah. All right.
And the what?
The Dalen's resting.
Bro, I hate to tell you this. I don't think we're securing shit on that. There's a better chance we can get her or him. I don't think it's going to be getting both of them unless we kill every one of them.
Well, I mean, how'd they get in here in the first place?
Kill them all. Kill
I really
them all.
do wonder that.
Is there
honest,
any
I wish-
way?
I wish I could be a pigeon right now and just.
Yeah.
It is bothering me so bad.
Wait,
Is there any way you guys can just wake me up? I don't know. Like,
Wake me up inside.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah. Can we
Throw a
can they
rock
prove
at
to
her.
us that she's not dead?
Throw a rock at her.
Jesus,
Yep.
Jay.
There you go.
I'm not making a deal with the vampire unless I know
Hey.
she's alive.
Show us that she's awake. Show us she's alive.
He actually, the vampire waves his hand across her body and kind of like, almost does like a arcane X-ray. You could see like her heart pulsing inside her chest and blood pumping.
No,
through
make her
veins.
conscious. Make
Yeah,
her
how
conscious.
do I know that's not a trick?
The man kind of looks back at the. Go ahead and make a diplomacy check.
Ooh.
Guys, don't. This is one of the rare opportunities I get to ask for one of these from you guys, since you prefer.
Who's
violence.
making it?
I'm spending my fucking.
I'm
Shit,
not
I'm
even. I ain't
passing that.
spending shit. Bro,
My
we're
diplomacy is an 8. That's a 12. So I'm spending 4.
4 momentum.
I really
spending
hope you're
four
not
in that
using
potion.
all of your momentum.
my,
Nope, not all of it.
my diplomatic solution is aggressive negotiation, so I got nothing.
Yeah.
One fist, the other fist, called reason and persuasion.
Well,
Right.
technically for me it's just one fist and one fist because I only have the one now. And
It's in an elbow.
So the man, you spend the 4 momentum?
Yep.
Okay. The man leading this charge looks back and kind of gives a slight nod to the one holding Luna, who casts a spell on her. And Luna, you come to consciousness as you your eyes blink open, bleary, and you suddenly see the back of this elegant, robed man in red and black, looking across the ways at your friends who are in a varied state of battle readiness, frozen in place and behind a wall of magic.
Do I have my faculties? Like, can I move? Can I move?
It's slowly starting to come back to you, but your whole body is still kind of numb.
Luna! Get Demon Daddy!
Demon Daddy.
Fucking get help!
So you said it's slowly coming back?
Mhm.
Okay, while it's slowly coming back, can I, this is gonna be really stupid. If it passes and I manage to do all this shit, then
Fuck
fucking
yeah.
holy shit. Do I have any wounds on my body, by any chance?
You haven't been physically harmed, per se.
Emotionally traumatized.
You've been out this entire time. This is your first time being awake since.
Well,
Yeah.
shit, when did she get the benefit of a long rest?
Not
No, because then I lose
necessarily.
momentum.
Oh no.
Could I reach out to my patron in the attempts to do like a as it is for a skill, the blood rights, and to like increase my power
Okay.
before I make this attempted attack that I really want to do?
Sure. I'll say you could do that.
Okay.
So you exchange your health for momentum.
I'm going to exchange 3 health
Ooh.
for
Now,
6
hang on a
momentum.
quick second.
Oh shit. She's going big or going home.
What's this? So you have 2 charges of that ability. You can do
Okay,
that twice
so
per
2
day.
health.
Yep.
2 health for 4 momentum.
Okay. Mark those
So-
charges off.
Okay.
It does go through.
Beautiful. Okay. So do I have let's see, let me add this momentum real quick. Do you have the ability to kind of throw myself forward to grab the sides, like take my hands to the sides of the head of the guy in front of me, like the big guy, the evil dude there? Can I like?
PDEG?
Yeah. Can I grab the sides of his head and like just throw as much energy into it as I can?
Huh. Okay. Go ahead and make a magic check with a +4 difficulty.
He's liking those +4s tonight, guys.
Mm-hmm.
You guys
Oh,
want some
yeah.
crazy shit. This +4 is kind of part of his abilities.
So I am going to expend 6 momentum.
6 momentum. Mm-hmm.
That brings me down to what is that?
God damn, she's going big or going home.
Mm-hmm.
Brings me down to 8, right? Magic is a 12.
So you're trying to hit a 6?
Trying to hit a 6. But I
You have
think what I'm going to
anything
do,
that's character
what I'm going to do actually is I'm actually going to spend 2
Mm-hmm.
to at least make it pass. Even though it's a weak hit,
Yep.
I want it to pass so I can hold on to the momentum for the next thing I do.
Okay. So you're trying to just basically put this magical attack straight into this guy's head.
Basically.
Okay. So you reach out with your hand, and it has been only a couple of seconds really since you've come to, and it just takes everything within you just to lift your hand in the guy's direction. You're still like just limp in this vampire's arms, but you do send a bolt of energy blasting through the back of this guy's. As you see, the energy connects with what appears to be arcane wards around this man, but they break through a little bit, and they definitely do make impact on the back of his head as he's like I'm gonna need you to make a body
Can I
saving
take an
throw for me real
opportunity
quick.
attack?
1 second. Luna, you're gonna need to make a body saving throw for me real quick, as a knife is being held to your throat.
Doesn't pass.
Doesn't pass?
No.
Use the
and
momentum.
I don't want to use the momentum for that.
Oh god.
You'll be
Doesn't
taking
work.
2 points of damage from this attack.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Well, all right. I'm
Did I
going back
just
to
hear a
sleep,
head roll
guys.
across the floor?
That
Yes.
was
So
a waste of
now-
time.
Oh, wait a minute.
the
Wait
rest
a
of you
minute.
guys,
Ah,
as you guys
hey.
watch as Luna
Fine.
reaches out her hand, blasts the guy in the back of the head, and then blood starts to pour down her neck as her throat is cut open.
Wait a minute. Before that happens,
Oh.
before she
Bye,
takes
Luna.
damage,
Before she takes
mechanical
damage.
decoy. Mechanical decoy.
That's not going to work in this case.
Fuck. Why not? It prevents damage. Shit.
You should have done that for yourself and your arm.
Motherfucker, I didn't know the dude was gonna rip my arm off.
This is a saving throw.
Yeah, they're in the dry.
You guys do have an opportunity to take an action if you prefer. At this point,
Yeah, I guess battle's on. So
Shit, for real. Kind of fucked now.
I'm
Oh shit.
going to. Oh, I can't do that. Hold on.
I guess maybe roll for initiative.
we can if you
We're
want.
taking. So is it an initiative attack or just whoever? I mean, there's only 3 of us.
Whoever wants to go ahead and take actions, go ahead, because I feel like this is
All
going
right.
to be a very quick.
I'm gonna crack open the experimental potion and chug that shit. What happened?
Oh boy, I've been waiting for you to say those words.
I'm sure you
Oh
fucking have.
Jesus!
I look at everybody.
Please
I'm
make it
sorry.
grow like 10 sizes bigger and go Grotto
Sorry,
Hulk.
this doesn't work.
Graticus, go ahead and roll a D100 for me.
Oh no!
Ew!
Oh no! I've
I am
never
not-
heard these words before.
I am now Doomslayer.
Ooh, that's interesting.
No fuck.
Okay.
Taz blows
Everyone
up.
in the party, go ahead and make a spirit saving throw for me.
What the fuck?
Fuck!
Wait, do I have to do that too?
Yep,
I'm assuming I have to do that also, correct?
He said
Oh.
the whole party.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
I fucking failed.
Wait, does that mean me too?
I
Having to-
pass. Oh well, I just passed actually. So never mind. I just passed.
Holy
Nice.
shit!
Wow, you made it.
I passed.
And that was half actually.
I can't believe I passed it. Holy
That's
shit.
impressive. Okay. Do-do-do-do. Okay, not too bad. So everybody who failed takes 1 point of damage. As suddenly Radicus chugs this potion, and out from him there's this explosion from his chest of dark energy washes across the entire vault, even through the wall of force, and impacting every creature, even the vampires and the the BBEG standing before you.
Gotcha.
Okay, what happens to those of us that passed?
Take no damage.
Oh, okay. Oh shit. Alright. Did I get anything out of this
I mean,
potion?
that makes me happy.
That was the effect. That
Are
was
you
what
fucking
the experimental
kidding me?
potion did.
I didn't grow an arm back. I didn't
Nope.
get nothing.
Didn't roll anything like that.
Oh,
Alright,
fucking nuts.
I'm going to
Did the vampire take damage?
spit my acid at the vampire.
Go ahead and make
My-
your
my-
willpower check. You're aiming for the big guy?
Oh fuck!
Spitting shit.
Oh boy.
Oh, but I
tell me
am going
that
to
you can
re-roll
turn that
that
into a
9. I'm gonna re-roll that 9.
Please tell me you can make that a hit.
Fuck yeah! 8 plus 3 is what? 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. That hits.
Nice. Alright. So you go ahead and spray your acid. Real quick. I do have to check one thing.
Leon, I might need you to do me a favor.
Sure. What is it?
Might need you to
I actually do need
might
you
need you
to
to throw
make
me.
an awareness check as well, Draco.
I'm gonna spend a momentum and it passes.
That passes. Okay.
Yep.
So you begin to send your acid spray, and you realize that all of a sudden you're seeing like double, then triple of the man in the center with the red and black cloak, and you're just like, oh shoot, which one is which? Which one's the real one? And you finally narrow it down and make a hit on the real thing, as he does actually have a reaction. He's like, ugh. He seems angry. What is anyone else gonna do?
Can I figure out where the forged automaton is down here?
You do know that it's kind of in the far back corner on the opposite side of all of these.
Can I have Leon throw me as hard as he fucking can towards it?
Leah, do you want to partake in this endeavor?
Yeah.
I need
me-
to fuck this up.
So
buddy.
that'll be on my check, right?
Yeah, have this be a might check with a +4 difficulty because that sounds.
God damn it. Why? What is with the difficulty? I'm missing an arm, I'm lighter.
Because we're fighting
I
BBG at
still
this exact
pass.
moment.
I still pass.
Okay, very good.
Yeah,
So
my guy.
Radocus goes hurtling through the air over the heads of and blades of all of these vampires, and basically you go tumbling up and race back around and arrive before the stationary automaton.
Alright.
Ready.
Alright, can I haha get ready for some fucking shenanigans? I want to fucking climb in it, use either the fractured power crystal or the power slugs I have in my inventory to ignite the fucking thing to life,
Okay,
and I just want to start beating on these fucking vampires with it.
go ahead and make a cleverness check for me.
Oh yes. Oh please. Oh god, just let this happen. Yeah! Pass!
Okay, so you're able to quickly, basically hotwire this thing into being. It's kind of jerky and clunky in the way that it moves, but you do get it up and running. But it
Fuck
takes
yeah.
all of this time, all your time for this round to do that. So,
That's fine. That's fine.
is there anything else that anyone wants to try at this moment?
Leon, do you
All
want
I
to
know is Leon's about to tap out for the night. It's starting to get late, guys.
Yeah, I'm struggling too.
Yeah.
Same.
If there's nothing that anybody else wants to try, then maybe
Even though
some,
Even though I'm out of momentum, can I attempt to heal Luna through the barrier? Or was the barrier preventing that? Or can I not do it without momentum?
technically you wouldn't be able to do it without momentum, though I would say that if you make a successful faith check, I'll allow you to impart 1 health from yourself. So you would take a damage, but you would give life to Luna.
Okay. Let's try that. No.
Fucking shit.
The trend continues. The curse is persistent.
God
God!
damn.
Luna can never get healed.
Yeah. So unfortunately, because of that, Luna, you have momentum, right? Still?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because you're unconscious now.
Great.
Smash in the temple, and you are on the floor. I'm gonna need Taz, Draco, and Leon to all make mind saving throws for me.
Oh God.
I can already tell you that one fails.
Mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
My pass is passing out.
There you go.
I
That's
failed. I failed.
All right. So those of you who failed each take 2 points of damage as the searing pain enters into your mind.
It.
You guys
So
watch.
just,
Oh, go ahead.
go ahead. I was gonna say, so did you say I've been thrown onto the floor?
You have no. You took a damage. You're
Okay.
out of health. You're unconscious because you still have momentum. You're not dead.
Yeah. I wanted to make sure that I need to take a momentum off.
Mm-hmm. Radicus, you have 1 chance to utilize your automaton in whatever fashion you wish.
What do you mean? Only 1 chance.
You'll see.
Oh god. Fuck.
Oh no.
Do I open the force field with it, or do I fucking
My Iron Man suit. No.
just vampire? Okay. Can I? Who's holding Dalen's resting place?
There's a vampire kind of like standing next to the one who just knocked you out.
Can I try and crush him to break Dalen's resting place, or can I like burn it somehow?
At the time being, this automaton is strictly for bludgeoning.
Okay. Can I break him and it?
You could certainly try.
Okay, what do I
Make a
gotta roll?
cleverness check.
Woohoo!
Here we go.
All
That does
right.
look promising.
Actually, Yeah, nuts. Hold on. Hold on. Just hold the fuck on. Yeah, just give me a second. You know. Oh. What can I do?
I don't know. What can you do?
You know, we're really working on that. Oh. Fuck. Well. I don't... See...
I think
Here's
that's
a
a miss.
question. No, hold on. Just hold on. Hold on.
Got 30 seconds
Okay.
to make a case.
Can I get the -1 bonus? Since technically, I didn't build the construct, but I hotwired it.
No.
Even though this is a combat. God damn it. Okay. Well, fuck. I got nothing.
All right. So you
I
attempt
failed
to
by 1.
you attempt to go and bring a striking, bludgeoning blow down on this vampire, but as you do so, they disappear into shadow. Galen's resting place disappearing with him.
And nuts.
As that happens, watch as the man in the black and red robes turns to the rest of the crew and says, "We're gone." All of them disappear into shadow, as before any of you have a chance to react. Luna is left unconscious on the floor.
Oh, great. Yay.
The Pokeball and Dalen's resting place are gone. As
Oh,
well as
not my
Dalen
Pokeball.
himself.
Was going to be
So-
the fucking outcome of that no matter what.
Oh,
Yeah, so we got our asses kicked for nothing.
I lost an arm.
Some bullshit.
I don't want to hear shit. I lost an arm.
I'm just
I
going
got-
to point out that this outcome would have been the same.
That's not completely
Granicus would
true.
still have his arm, and Luna wouldn't be fucking almost dead on the ground.
That's not true. I think she was going to be almost dead on the ground regardless.
Now,
In any
They're
case,
bad guys. You can't trust them.
we'll have to
I'm not actually
see how
in
the
the
rest of this
campaign.
resolves next time.